Christmas, everyone. Welcome to episode 40 of the Intermission podcast, the show where two film graduates discuss classic, iconic, and obscure films from times gone by. We're your hosts, Oscar W. Fitchett.
I'm Robbie Tweedale, and my costume smells so bad.
And welcome to the third annual Christmas special of the Intermission podcast. 3 of them. We're on 3 in 3 years, Robbie.
Jesus.
It doesn't feel like we've done that much, in all honesty.
3 years?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's a lot of years.
Yeah, well, we started in June 2020 in terms of the actual thing. So it's about 2.5 years now since we've been doing Intermission.
Bloody
And this is
hell.
this is the third Christmas special we've done. I'm not sure if I should keep this on because it keeps dipping in and out of the background. What I'm pointing at the tinsel.
Oh, the tinsel. Oh, I see.
On the mic stand. And all it's doing is it's just annoying me. And it was originally going to be because behind me.
Oh, don't make me feel bad about it. Oh, God.
Behind me, we had a whole set. I had a whole Christmas set.
Yeah.
And we were going to have Reese Bruce as our very first special guest
Boy, were
for
we.
the Christmas special. And it was going to be a wonderful family time, but time was not in our favour.
No. It was when we were in Hartlepool. We were recently in Hartlepool together recording a thing for the uni. And
we did a film. We did for their mockumentary this year.
Yeah, and time got away with us.
You weren't best off for time.
No.
Visit,
but and we didn't finish having tea until like 6:30 or whatever. Yeah, and then we decided to do a whole adventure with a trolley, and it's not relevant. But yeah.
No, it really. You know what? It really isn't, and it's not even like.
This isn't a thing that we're going to elaborate on in the segment. We're just not going to talk about it.
I just don't think it just won't be interesting to anyone else, and anyone who is interested in it knows about it.
Already knows. Yeah. So and then there was God of War to be played, I'm afraid. So it took priority. It was either play 45 minutes of God of War or record a half an hour long podcast. And we just respect our audience too much for a film
that you and Reese had not seen at that point yet either. So
yeah, that's true.
It would have been a very You good there?
My cable is stuck underneath my chair. Well, it's stuck between a wheel and a wheel in a hard place. I'll do it. Hang on. I'll do a little video of it. You can edit this in.
Oh, okay.
Look at this entertaining. I got it.
The YouTube content's becoming more and more lucrative as we go on. That Halloween episode, all I'm saying is I was a big fan of my editing in that video.
Oh, yeah.
If
you
watch
do a bang-up job on those, it must be said.
If you watch the video, if you watch the Halloween special, you could have seen Reese's Squid Game. You could have seen some special photoshops of Tyler as Charlie Brown and Peter Parker. And at the very end, I used Lewis's... Oh, and speaking... Oh, no, that was you. I thought I was...
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, no, that's me sending my video of the cable.
That's fine. Yeah, and I used Lewis's Halloween... Lewis did a metal remix of the Halloween theme, and I used that at the very end with some rave footage. So
which was fucking sweet, by the way. That cover that he did was pretty. It was a good
ass cover. It's a shame he hasn't done anything. He might have done something. I don't know, probably not. But I look for this will be the return of Lewis editing the audio for the episodes as well.
Thank God.
And although we've been gone, Robbie, as well since Halloween, it doesn't feel like we've missed a step.
It really doesn't. It's not missed a beat, mate.
It doesn't. It also doesn't feel like we've been gone that long.
It really doesn't. Not at all. Do you want some mistletoe?
Go on then.
For our audio,
I hope that showed. If it showed anyway.
Yes, so do I. For anyone who, if it doesn't show up, I'll give the context. On Skype, you can do react things, and they're giving Christmas ones where you can make mistletoe hang down, like love hearts, like that. You can make mistletoe hang down from the screen, and I just did that. We weren't just kissing over mic.
It's like, I miss you, Robbie. I miss you.
Oh, I miss you so much. Ah, Christ. But yeah.
That's, you know what? That's when we know the podcast has made it, when Intermission starts getting fanfic.
Oh my God, I hope so.
When we start, you know, like, you remember, like, on Graham Norton, when he started showing McAvoy and Fassbender fan art of the two. When we get to that point, if there becomes some artwork of me and you baking something in the kitchen, and I'm holding your hips for some reason,
please.
And then,
or
you know,
just any Wattpad story. If anyone wants to, is Wattpad still a thing? Is that still a website that exists?
It's a studio.
I don't want to. Oh God, is it a studio? I don't want to. I don't want to Google it in case I.
You know the after films.
Oh yeah.
Like the ones that are like Harry Styles fanfic.
Yes. Yeah.
That's produced by Wattpad Studios.
Oh, of course it is.
So
shit. What have they done anything else? Or is there just those?
Don't care. I don't care.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
You know what? Jesus. We know artsy people. We know people who do art work. Take your highly earned and highly worked for degree that you're going for and just make Intermission fanfic.
Yeah,
Off
please.
Whoever
anyone on the fine art course, if you'd like to put together a big A3 canvas of either me raw dogging Oscar or Oscar raw dogging me, whichever one you want. It's fine.
We'll make you. We'll let you be the decider on who's the top and who's the bottom.
Yeah, man. And if it does happen, I'll use it as my Skype comedy background for a whole episode. There you go. That's the bargain.
If fine art, illustration, graphics, whoever, I don't know. Just
because then we'll really feel like we made it.
You know what? That's when I'll truly understand. That's when I would truly have a grasp of that we have a fan base. That's when I'll have a grasp of it.
Oh Jesus! Well, anyway,
things to get into before we continue going. Just obviously a few things I want to say. Obviously, not obviously, but as of right now, Love Bethany is in the London Liftoff online film festival side of things. You are able to stream it. You need to rent the whole festival. Well, it's the whole category through Vimeo on demand, and that stream is available until the 2nd of January. So you have until then to watch it. And what's important about that is you lot, if you really want to, and it would be really appreciated if you can vote for Love Bethany. You can vote for your 2 favorite films in the category. And I believe through the comment section on Vimeo, I think, is the way to do it. And once you do that, if successful, Love Bethany will go on to the 2nd round of the voting system. And if it wins, it'll have an opportunity to be screened in Pinewood. So that's really exciting and cool if that happens. But also there's a load of really cool other films. There's like well over 100 short films in the category that I'm involved in. So
wow.
Intimidating, but also quite neat that Love Bethany is amongst that group. Once Robbie stops, okay, you're a bit pixely, but you're good. You're good. You seemed fine.
I'm good. Okay, cool.
And also a few other things I want to say. As always, link in the description for the London Liftoff to go to that. And what's also in the description, apart from time codes, so you can see what exactly we're discussing at certain points. If you're curious about when we get to negative Letterboxd reviews, or you're curious about what we're discussing in the intermission, or if you just want to know about the film we are talking about, time codes in the description. Should be marked within chapters as well, just generally in the video. And as always as well, there are going to be mental health links in the description for Mind and all that jazz. This time of year, for many, can be quite a rough one.
Connection has been lost. Oh, there he is. Hello.
I was just going to keep going. You froze.
I fully talked over the top in a Scottish accent. Sorry.
I'll repeat what I was saying. As always, there are mental health links in the description. And
but I'm sorry that's also over the top of this. Oh God.
But now here we go. Yes, as always, there's mental health links in the description. This time of year can be a rough one for people. There's always certain spikes for mental health, and winter and Christmas can be quite a heavy one for that. And as always, if you feel like you need it, there's help. There's the first steps to help in the description. So we're very pro mental health generally, and that's always the case there. Have you seen the new Walker's Crisps advert as well?
No.
It's like a little thing where like someone walks in with like a jump or whatever, and then like the door it's like a Christmas party or whatever, and it's like someone. Just someone whose house it is goes, on your own again, are you? And then he sees like a mate in a kitchen or whatever, and his mate goes, "Oh, you're all right." And he goes, "Yeah," and he goes, "In that jumper, you're definitely not." And he goes, "No, mate, really, what's really the matter?" So it's like this year, let's get talking. And I'm like, "Oh, that's a really lovely advert."
Yeah, good for you, Walkers.
And it's like, because everything's worth sharing except the crisps. Nice. It was the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, cool, nice
stuff.
one.
You see the John Lewis one?
The one with the skateboard?
Car blimey. It's good, innit?
No, I like it.
It's one of their better ones, it must be said.
That should be a discussion in the intermission when we get all Christmassy intermission.
Yeah, that's true.
Stuff. And I believe that's all the things to be said before. So I think we should get going on to the film. So sit back, relax, get your hot chockey, get your. I don't know what have you got, Robbie?
Get your tin of Coke Zero. Very very Christmassy can.
Very
of
on,
Coke Zero.
very on, Brad. And snuggle around the campfire to watch / listen to put the Bing Crosby vinyl on halt for a second. Yeah. Or is Elvis the king of Christmas? I don't know. Is it Bing Crosby or Elvis? I don't know.
I think it's Santa, mate.
Well, I'm on about music. I'm not hearing Santa. I'm not hearing Santa Claus sing to me, am I?
I don't
know. But the film we are talking about does feature a Santa Claus, and that is 1983 Christmas comedy classic, A Christmas Story. The film is directed by Bob Clark. It's written by Bob Clark, Lee Brown, and Gene Shepard. It's based on the novel by Gene Shepard titled In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. That's the name of the book of the film.
Nice.
The film stars Melinda Dillon, Darren McGavin, Scott Swartz, Gene Shepard, who was the voice of old Ralphie, Ian Petrella, Teddy Moore, R.D. Robb, Zach Ward, Yano Anaya, Jeff Gillen, and Peter Boxer Scraps Billingsley.
Hell yeah.
The plot synopsis of the film, according to IMDb, is in the 1940s, a young boy named Ralphie Parker attempts to convince his parents, teacher, and Santa Claus that a Red Ryder Range 200-shot BB gun really is the perfect Christmas gift. Ackley's film holds. It has a 90% on the tomato meter with an audience score of 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. Has a 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb and 3.7 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. And it was nominated for one Writers Guild of America award for Best Comedy Adapted from Another Medium for Gene Shepard, Lee Brown, and Bob Clark. And I forgot which channel is it. There's one channel that just that has like a certain day every year where for 24 hours straight it's just A Christmas Story.
Oh, shit, what?
It's in America. It's one of those things in America. I can't remember. I think it's like one of those things in April Fools. Adult Swim just aired The Room for 24 hours. But I know there's like some channel. I think it's TBS or something like that just have a 24-hour Christmas Story. So you best hope you like that if you're watching TBS. Is all I'm saying. So,
swig.
A Christmas Story. Big swig. A Christmas Story. I am very familiar with this film. This was not one of the ones I grew up on. I will say that this is still not a Christmas film that I grew up on. I'm not sure if we'll end up talking about one, in all honesty, that I grew up on Intermission.
All of the film reels have been burned at this point, haven't they?
They're all lost.
All
so I
been
don't
filmed
know.
over the point. They got lost in the First World War.
Yeah, so I don't know. All the ones I grew up on, they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah, who's to say?
But yes, this one is the one that I watched for the first time when I was, I want to say 16 or 17. 17, probably 17 maybe. That sounds about right. And it's been, I remember first time I watched this film, it was an instant love. It was an instant, this is brilliant. This is a film I stick on every year. And without fail, I'd be watching this film every year, pretty much. It's more so because, again, it's never been one of these films where I'm like, we all need to sit down and watch A Christmas Story. It's been a film where, like if it's like, depending on the day during December, and I'm like, right, I've got nothing else to really do. Want to chill. Yeah, get A Christmas Story on. It's one of those ones. We'll get more into it, but it's a film that overall I think kind of proper encapsulates the little like Christmas warmth, the nice little Christmas, just the exact Christmas vibe that when I think Christmas, I feel A Christmas Story. Is the best way to describe it. The feeling that this film gives is the feeling that I have of Christmas Story. Similar to Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, that's a film that is also very near and dear to my heart around this time of the year. Big fan of A Christmas Story. Robbie, your thing with this film?
I had never seen this movie before approximately 3 hours ago. Sorry to be a huge Scrooge McFuck, but this infuriated me to no end.
Do you know what? As I was watching this film, I was literally thinking to myself, right, this can either go one or two ways for Robbie. He's either going to fucking love it or he's going to fucking hate it. That was legitimately my thought. Man.
I was watching it, and I was thinking, why have I gone like street? I was watching it, Also, about we slipped it by, but I believe that's the first you being old joke I've ever made on the podcast.
No.
I genuinely think it might be.
It's not a regular occurrence, but I'm sure that it was not the first. I'm sure it's not the first your old joke.
Probably not, but I don't know. It felt like, oh my god, have I never done that before? Anyway, we do it all the time in person, so there you go. So this film, I have a theory about the script for this film, right? The theory being, some studio executive came to one of the, 3, 4 writers of this movie?
3. One of them's the author and one of them's the director.
Right. So the studio executive came to one of the writers of this movie, held his family at gunpoint and said, I need a fucking Christmas movie. And he went, okay, I'll come up with something on the spot. A kid, and he really wants an air rifle. And then at the end, he gets the air rifle, but everyone tells him throughout that he's not supposed to have it. And then they go, okay, now make that a full movie. And he goes, oh no, I can't do that because that's not a story. So he goes, right, I'll get 2 of my writer mates. Gets them in, and he goes, guys, what random ass fucking sketches that have no point being in a Christmas movie do you have? Okay, let's pad out 90 minutes with that. let's just lob this in. Kid licking a pole for no reason. Lob that in.
No, it's iconic. It's iconic, Robbie.
Two school bullies. Throw them in. They're useless.
Iconic.
Let's have them.
Iconic.
Dad getting a lamp that's a leg.
Oh, iconic.
What is the point in this?
Iconic.
It's nothing to do with Christmas. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's iconic though. Right, the hot chocky's been drank.
He's all pumped up.
The hot chocky's all gone, and thank you to Level 5 acting for the rosé bottle of wine that I currently opened.
Have you got your wine? Hang on.
It's right here, my guy. It's right here.
I might go get my wine. Hang on.
I can hear the rattling.
Here we are. Oh, right, hang on. Keep the bottle there for the whole thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, keep it there for the effect of it.
Right, okay.
Right.
Christmas.
So,
mistletoe and...
Oh, hang on a minute. Christmas time. Mistletoe and...
Oh, very good. I really hope these are showing up on the video.
That's what I mean. If it's not, it's going to look so... It's going to be so awkward and weird. Right. Okay,
Dilly.
so what? Cheers. So what this is going to feature is an angry elf being interrogated by a confused Santa.
Yeah. An angry drunk elf.
Right. So, do you want to know something that I find funny about the film, though? I find a lot of things funny about this film. But one thing that I find amusing, one thing I realized 2 jokes today when watching this. There is one point where in the parade they show Karis and the Wizard of Oz basically beating the shit out of Mickey Mouse. What's funny about that is the Wizard of Oz is a Warner Brothers film. A Christmas Story is a Warner Brothers film. So Warner Brothers did a scene where Warner Brothers characters beat the shit out of a Disney icon.
That's pretty good.
Which I
Big
think
fan of that.
is pretty much also the same thing as currently is happening. But there's that. And there's also the bit of where Mrs. Parker drops the bowling ball on Mr. Parker's groin. And he goes, what have you got me? Oh, a blue ball. Oh, it's a bowling ball.
Oh, very good. I didn't notice that at all. I thought he took the wrapping paper off first, saw it was a blue ball, and went, "Oh, a blue ball," and then he realized it was a bowling ball. But that is a good joke.
Yeah.
I'll give him it.
Right. So, Robbie, your issues with A Christmas Story.
My issues are that it's clearly a script that needed padding out with random sketches that are completely nonsensical and useless. What is the point in that leg lamp? I couldn't stop thinking about it. Also, Ralphie. Yeah.
Don't you fucking
Ralphie.
Don't you say anything bad about the boy.
Fucking psychopath.
No.
He's mental.
No, leave him alone.
From the opening scene, right?
Leave him alone.
When he's staring like into a fucking toy shop, just looking at a gun. There's so many amazing things, and he's going, "I want that gun." And if you look, you can't hear the audio that he's saying, but he looks to be just like, I don't know, spouting incantations or some shit. Like he's worshipping the devil. He's just sat there like, but you can't hear what he's saying. So I'm gonna guess it was like Latin whatever, and he's trying to summon something. Mental to be that obsessed with a gun.
Right, okay. Is it the specific point of it being a gun?
No, I don't care about it being a gun. Either way, it's still padded with nonsense. With completely useless scenes.
Right. Were you ever a child?
Yes, I believe I once was, yes.
Do you remember Christmas as a child, Robbie?
No, I don't remember yesterday, Oscar.
But do you remember the feeling of Christmas as a child, Robbie?
Not really.
This explains everything then. This explains it all.
Kind of, but it wasn't that.
Your childhood was just featured around you wanting to be a spider boy.
But
that's all it was. You're watching Peter Parker and being like, "Oh, I wish I was swimming around New York City." You weren't worried about like how you could swindle your way into getting a Christmas present. You weren't worried about the stages.
I used to do that stuff with like.
And how didn't this resonate with you at all? How was this not
because he's not trying to swindle anything. He just goes.
What do you mean? He has a whole hustling scheme. He puts the fucking advert in his mum's magazine, and he's like, "That'll do it." And then
in the opening scene, and then also in the opening scene, he goes downstairs, and his mum goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" And he just blatantly tells her that he wants the gun, and she goes, "No." I honestly, at the end, when he opened his last present, I wanted it to be anything else.
Oh,
I wanted that kid to be so fucking gutted, man.
No.
I wanted him to be so upset that he didn't get that gun. And I was like, because then at least he's had an arc. At least he's gone like, actually, it's not about wanting the presents, it's about spending time with my family or something. Instead of just, you know that thing you've been wanting the whole time and you've been chasing it like a lunatic. Well, here it is, and you've learned nothing.
But that's not. But that's not what happens in Christmas, Robbie.
Yeah, but it's what happens in movies. He needs to learn something by the end. What's the point? The kid learns nothing.
They do learn. They do learn some as a joint family. Well, I know we're skipping all over the place, but fuck it. There's no structure to this one. This type of podcast. Look, when the turkey gets fucking mugged. And Christmas is ruined. They learn, You could, there's a silver line and everything because Christmas and that jazz.
Yeah, but also, thing is with that, those dogs came in, and the dogs were set up earlier and whatever, and the dog's a piece of shit. But also, hey guys, it's the end of December. Who's leaving the fucking front door open? What are you doing?
Well, because Ralphie fucking got his eyes shot out.
Yeah, but the mum was looking after Ralphie. That dad isn't going to be like, it's a bit fucking chilly in here, because the front door's open that is about 5 foot away from me.
Well, no, he's more bothered about molesting the turkey, Robbie. That's what.
Yeah, he's more bothered about getting worms. I think his wife says at one point, "You're gonna get worms."
Yeah, because the turkey's not cooked yet, but he
eats it anyway.
But he doesn't hear that. He doesn't hear
because he's a lunatic.
I
think as well.
He's a hungry dad on Christmas Day. Those are very interesting beasts.
That is true. Yeah. I think I've yet to see a Christmas story or whatever it's called.
A Christmas story. I need to watch that. Yeah,
I've yet to see it.
The canon sequel.
Yes, the canonical sequel to this movie. I've yet to see it, but I imagine Ralphie, as he was at the end of this movie, grew up to be a massive cunt. I cannot see a world in which that guy grew up to be nice. No chance. Also, that bully is the Joker. Is he this universe's the Joker?
Sure.
Is this is A Christmas Story one of the 52 Earths of DC Comics? Could be.
That scene, right?
Yeah.
Where he tackles him and starts being the shit out of him. It's like that moment in the Batman where Batman inject himself with some venom and stuff.
Yeah, it genuinely is. That guy sees red. I don't know what was wrong with him.
Starts slamming his head on his bloody nose and everything. God, he starts speaking. You know about speaking Latin. He starts.
Yeah, he does. He's like, just pounding the shit out of this kid.
All his mates are like, "Whoa, Ralph!"
Who, by all means, I mean, yes, he's a bully. The kid's a bully, but I don't. By all means, do they do anything? I think they just kind of grab him at one point and make him shout "uncle" for some reason, and then
twist his arm. They twist their arm.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, "Rah!" It's a little
he does a big roar at one point, which obviously scares the pants off him. Someone their own age roaring at them, like you won't just laugh at him, like you won't just go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
The little train robber that is.
Yeah,
that's what he looked like. God. He looked like a little train robber.
That guy is destined to move to Brooklyn and be a taxi driver.
Yeah, the little one.
That kid. Yeah, he is destined for that. And he probably won't grow an inch and will wear the same clothes.
That kid is the Joe Pesci of A Christmas Story as well.
Exactly. He is destined to become Super Mario at some point in his life. Who's to say?
Forget Chris Pratt. Where's that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Where is he? Right.
I wish I could.
Right, we'll try and break this down a little bit.
Yes.
So we're not just jumping through it.
Yeah, so we're not just shouting incoherently about nothing. Let's try to structure this a little bit.
Right, yeah. I know it's the Christmas special. I know we're a bit, look at us.
It's Christmas cheer, but
But we also need this is also the first time I've seen Robbie since he had to get driven to Thornaby in a bit of a mood.
Oh my God, I was so angry that day. For reference, hey, Northern Rail, go fuck yourself. You suck. I know that you're striking over the Christmas period, and that's fine. I'm completely cool with you striking. That's completely, your right to do. Also, at the same time, hey guys, if you put designated days for striking, make your fucking services run right the rest of the time. Jesus, they're useless.
Yeah, right. And to interrupt that as well, I'm meant to be going and seeing It's a Wonderful Life this Thursday in Newcastle. My annual trip to Newcastle to see It's a Wonderful Life in Tyneside. The strikes were not meant to happen on that day, but Northern Rail have decided, no, but we'll strike that day.
Oh, really?
No. Yeah.
Don't. Please.
Everywhere isn't. Why are you?
Yeah, Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Wednesdays and Friday or something like that, I think.
Yeah, it's it was today, tomorrow, and Friday.
Yeah.
Which is also annoying because me and Julia are going away for our anniversary. Our 3-year anniversary. If you listen, Julia, I love you very much. 3-year anniversary. And fucking Friday, trains are cancelled. The hotel that we booked don't have a car park. So now we're having to... We're making our weekend away one day shorter. Fuck you, Nolan Real. You suck. You absolutely suck.
Anyway, structure to the Christmas
story.
Story.
Yeah, let's talk about a Christmas Story.
I think the thing why I like this so much, and I think it's the one thing I was watching this, it's the same reason why I like certain other films that we've discussed on this podcast that you do not like. It's because there isn't necessarily a big through line, a big structure. It's just a lot of things happen. It's just,
that's true.
It's this film is just like, it's Christmas time and we're following a kid and we're following a perspective of a kid during Christmas time. So let's see what happens. It's not like Elf where he has a big old arc or anything.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for me in movies, you know.
I think like, you can't just have shit happening. You can't just
structure versus variety show. I've got to have structure or I get confused and angry.
But I think, because you're thinking like, well, why am I watching this? With me, I'm watching this and I'm like, I'm enjoying each little moment. I think it's because I like the characters as well. I like all of them. I get down with all of them. And although this film is definitely not a realistic film, again, the bullies are absolute caricatures. There's like moments where the kids are just absolute caricatures. But I almost think like it's so childhood whimsy to me that like I can get on board with the vibe. I can get on board with the larger than life bullies when they're not really like, and like when a little taxi driver kid goes, "Rah!" and they all shit themselves and peg it. It's like, oh, well, the vibe they've established at that point makes it feel like, you know, and you got like the narrator being like, he had yellow eyes, and then like about like, and then about like his little kid, the little kid, it's like his lips curled over his green teeth. It's like, it's like, well, they're clearly not, but that's how he's over embellishing the description of them. And I think the whole thing has a bit of a storybook feel to it. And I think for the time period as well, and the general magic of the year that would be felt at this point, I think I can fuck with that. I think as well, because all I need to know, for me, all I can get on board with is like, right, we're following a kid really wanting a present and his journey to try to get that present. But like along the way, he's also got other shit to deal with. He's got his like, you know... He's got
a C plus.
He gets a C plus. He gets like, you know, he says fuck.
Yeah. Oh god, that scene that is peak. What is the point in this? They're driving home from something I can't remember what.
They got a Christmas tree.
Yeah, that. Yeah, exactly. Because they've gone. Well, I've got. That is perfect, right? The guy that got originally asked to write this movie then goes to his mate and goes, "You got any sketches?" And he goes, "I've got one where the family are driving and they get a flat tire, and the kid goes to help his dad and he drops all the bolts and he says fuck, and then he gets in trouble for saying fuck, and that's the whole joke." And they go, "Yeah, but we've got to. That's good. I like that, but we've got to incorporate it into a Christmas film." What were they? Oh, they were driving back from getting a Christmas tree. Oh, perfect. Now we can shove this random sketch in for no reason. Oh, he's got a stand with soap in his mouth. Sick of it, mate. Absolutely sick of it.
You see, I think everything you've mentioned there to me, I'm like, yeah, that's a really iconic scene. And it's like, yeah, that's like a...
Whereas I see it as like just a corporate writers coming together and going, I don't know, just this.
You got the I can't put my arms down because he got wrapped up in the coat too much.
That's funny.
That's still a thing.
That's a good scene.
That's still a thing that I quote to with my mum. Me and my mum quote that together. We quote.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We do that. There's Dad's gonna kill Ralphie, which is so fucking funny to me. Again, but it's like he's just got his little office in a cupboard in the kitchen, and then his mum just goes, "Would you like a glass?" It's like he's not gonna kill Ralphie. Yes, he is. Would you like a glass of milk? Yeah. Okay, here it is. I'll leave you to it. And he just shuts the door. And the joke's even made funny about like when he gets to dinner, she opens the door, Randy walks out, and the dad's like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, "What?"
I leave that. Crazy. He's like, "I leave the house and this is what happens."
I massively prefer Randy. There I said it.
No, as I was watching this, I was like, right, I relate. I feel like Ralphie in all regard, and I'm looking at Randy. I'm going like, that's Robbie.
Yeah, just a down on his luck kid, you know.
He doesn't want to eat. He ends up eating because his mum goes, "How do the pigs eat, Randy?" And then he just shoves his face in his food.
By the way, which scene?
which screams Robbie. That screams like a Robbie Tweedale moment.
Me eating like a fucking pig.
Yeah, you being in a mood because you don't want to eat, and then you get like, hey, do that. You go, oh, okay.
Yeah, do this funny thing for the sake of attention. Oh, okay. But just, I don't know. I think that scene in particular made me feel so gross. I was just watching it like, this is disgusting, and I hate this.
Do you know one thing I realized when watching this film? Right.
Yeah.
You know how I said as well when we talked about Spirited Away, and I said that there's always something in Ghibli films where the food just looks fucking immaculate. It looks great.
Yeah.
Like every piece of food in a Ghibli film makes me hungry. This film does the opposite. I love this film, but my God, every bit of food in this film goes, I don't want that.
Yeah, that looks horrendous. Even when the dogs burst in and eat the turkey and there's just a leg left on the floor and the dad picks it up, I was looking at it being like, I'm glad the dogs took the turkey. That leg looks disgusting. Like, that looks horrendous. All the food in this movie had the same effect for me as, you know,
as when you watch the Philadelphia Story.
Yeah. you know that scene in Gremlins where...
No, I haven't watched Gremlins.
What?
I've told you this. I'm sure I've told you this.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I've never seen Gremlins. I'm sure I've told you this.
Right, okay. Well, then we've got next year's Christmas special sorted.
No, that's not what it is. I've already got the next 2 years Christmas special planned.
Yes. I picked this one. We're doing Gremlins. We're doing Gremlins, and I'm sick. I'll hear nothing of it.
Fine, we'll do Gremlins next year, but the following year's not Gremlins. The following year, we're sticking with my original one.
I wasn't going to just make us keep doing Gremlins till the end of... We do Gremlins next year, and then we do it every Christmas.
And now you see, right? The plan is Robbie's going to forget this, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not going to forget it.
He's going to forget this. He forgot we had a meeting the day after we talked about having a meeting.
I'm setting a reminder on my phone for next year. For next 20th of December is what I'm going to do. New reminder.
Next 20th of December. We would have filmed by then.
Oh, shit, yeah.
We would have filmed by then.
I will. Right, okay.
Beginning of December, is that what you're going to do? Beginning of December?
Yes, I am. No, not January 2024. I don't need that.
Just far too late.
Monday, the 4th of December, 2023. I've added a reminder to my phone that just says Gremlins.
We'll see if you're... It might just be like, I guess I'll watch Gremlins. And you just
it might be like, yeah, exactly. I'll watch it and go, that was good. It's my favorite Christmas film.
and then you get a notification from me saying, we're talking about this for the Christmas special, Robbie. Then you remember.
Yeah, I go, you son of a bitch, you've bamboozled me.
Right, yeah. So God. It reminds you of that scene from Gremlins.
There's a scene in Gremlins where Billy feeds a... why am I saying Billy? The main character of that movie, Billy, feeds... I cannot believe you haven't seen it. That's ridiculous. Feeds a chicken leg to a load of mogwai in a box, and they ravage it, and it is the most disgusting looking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And you will not understand the context of this until next Christmas. So, there you go.
Yeah. This, yeah.
But long story short, all the food in the movie looks gross. Everything looks so disgusting.
The duck was funny.
Yeah, the duck was pretty good.
It's a joke. Out of everything that's in this film, this is the only time that a joke hasn't aged well. I'm amazed. This is the only thing in the film that makes you go, okay. When they're in the Chinese restaurant and they do the singing, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
That's a stereotype.
Yeah. I don't know about that. That's one of the sketches that they couldn't have used. They should have just not used.
But also, this film is the reason now that I almost associate Chinese takeaway during Christmas time as well.
Bizarre.
There's something really nice and cozy about getting a Chinese takeaway on Christmas Eve, Robbie. There's just something nice and chill about that.
I can agree with that. I think it's weird for me because we go out for a meal every Christmas Eve.
Oh, right.
And we usually go to an Indian. There's a really nice Indian in my village.
Right.
So it's weird to be like, that's the takeaway that I associate with Christmas Eve as opposed to Chinese.
Indian I associate with New Year's. Again, because
okay.
we usually, if we're doing something, usually get. I think one time went out. Do you know Mumbai, the Indian restaurant below the Grand Hotel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'd go there at one
nice.
year. I'm not sure if it's still open actually. Just had a
real sudden like, oh no.
Just remembered Mumbai. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just before we go back to the film, which we should talk about more, on the discussion of food, preferred Christmas meat. What's your preferred Christmas meat?
Yeah. Well, I'm more of a chicken guy generally, anyway.
Oh wow, damn. Okay.
I mean, I'll have a turkey, but I find turkey drier. So
thank you.
Rather be a succulent turkey.
Yeah,
a succulent chicken.
Yeah. Do you want to know? Mine's a big left field swing. Best Christmas dinner I've ever had in my goddamn life. We had a beef Wellington.
Ooh.
Holy Christ, it was amazing, and I've requested it every year since. I don't know why we had it, but I think there was no turkeys at Tesco or something. But my mum refuses. She's not done one since. It was one Christmas we had beef Wellington. It was, from what I recall, the best meal I've ever had in my life. And then I've never had it again, and it pains me to this day. And I kind of never want one again now.
Just to leave the memories memories alone.
Exactly. Just leave it alone. Maybe it'll never be better than that.
I've had a variety of. Again, we'll tie it in. Don't worry, I will tie it in.
We'll eventually tie back.
We'll tie it in. I think. Do you know what? No, and I will say as well. Similar. I think it's a similar type of thing that we could almost treat this film in a similar way how we treat Dazed and Confused. How we could almost, since this film is so locked in on Christmas memories and looking through Christmas from a memory perspective, it fits within this discussion to also just talk about other Christmas memories and shit. Like how in Days Confused, how we talked about school memories and stuff like that, because it just very fit in with the tone of that film.
Yeah.
Unlike the last 2 years where we talked about It's a Wonderful Life and A Miracle on 34th Street. Bangers movies. Absolutely
banger movies.
I need to try and fit in Miracle on 34th Street this year. I'm seeing what It's a Wonderful Life this year in a few days. But yeah. Right. But anyway, I've had such a range of Christmas meals in the sense, because I've been through many dietary variations, in the sense of, like, there was one time when I was just vegetarian. There was one time when I was vegan. I was vegan for 6 months. I'm not sure if I was vegan during Christmas, actually. I might have been.
I hope not. I bet that's just a god-awful time.
No, I might have been. I can't remember, though. Yeah. And then I went through just only having, like, the only meats I would have was fish. And then recently, I've just gone back to eating meat as a whole. I think it got to the point where I was just having chicken burgers out, and I went, well, I may as well. Like, I went to my mum. I was like, I mean, you can get chicken in again if you really want it. And then I'm like, whatever. I've realized I realized, like, I don't have those morals anymore. They're just not with me. They're just not with me now. But there was one where I had a Linda McCartney meatless loaf, which was lovely. It was like,
really,
because
it sounds horrendous.
No, but have you had Linda McCartney stuff?
I've had Linda McCartney sausages.
Right.
Yeah, but none of her food. Oh, that's good. Dear God, that's good. Give the boy a medal. My goodness Christ. No, I have actually had Linda McCartney sausages before.
Yes.
Would you like to hear a funny story about Linda McCartney sausages? I mean, it can come after your thing if you want.
But yeah, I've had that. I had that. That was really nice. I had like a nice glaze on the top. I don't know what it was, but yeah. And then the last few years, I've had salmon mainly. For a Christmas meal, which, I was we'll see how this fits with gravy and potatoes and that. Really well. Didn't expect it. What is it that my auntie had? Because the last few years we've been going to my auntie's house. What do they have? They had like I forgot. I think they had. These are the only types of sprouts I'll ever like, because I don't like sprouts. But they have like sprouts amongst with, like, I think it's bacon in it and stuff. Right. Like it's almost like a stuffing, but with sprouts and other meat and like bacon. Oh, yeah. I think so. So I'm like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
It's the only type of sprout that I like here. It's the only fucking thing I like. So yeah, Christmas food is good shit. And I think Go on about your Linda McCartney story, and then I'll.
Oh, okay.
Loop it
There was
back.
there was a day when me and Julia were meant to be going out. I was staying in Bath, and when Julia's at uni, she eats vegetarian.
Right.
I don't know why.
Was it because like her roommate, like her housemates were, or
No, it was just her. But she's explained it before. I can't remember if it was just like she didn't want to eat shite when she's at uni, or if it
Fair.
was cheaper. But I don't think it is cheaper. Either way,
it
doesn't
isn't.
matter.
It isn't. I can confirm that as someone that has been vegetarian and vegan, it does not affect how much you spend.
No,
It does not.
So anyway, she was vegetarian when she's at uni, and she was in a mood with me on one morning for some reason. I'd done probably something. I'd done something dumb, I imagine. And she was like, I was like, we need to go out. She was saying we need to be out the house in like the next half an hour, and I was like, well, I haven't had breakfast yet, right? And she was like, sort something, go and do something yourself. And I was like, no problem, man. I'm on it, because I already knew that she was angry with me. I knew I was in the bad book, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'll just go downstairs and I'll have I'll have a sausage sandwich, right, with her Linda McCartney sausages. There was 4 left in the box. My brain didn't go, well, if you cut 2 in half, that'll take up a whole slice of bread.
Yeah.
I just went, well, the 4, it's got to be the 4 or it's not going to fill a full slice. So I used all 4 of them.
They're not small as well. Linda McCartney.
No, they're not. They're absolutely not. I don't know what was going through my brain. I think it was the panic of being in trouble. And then I put them in the...
Robbie shot himself into making 4 sausages.
Yeah. Put them in the oven, right? Put them in for however long. Julia's in the shower, so I'm thinking as soon as she's out the shower, I need to be like ready. I need to be eating this sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Put them in. I hear the shower stop, and I'm thinking, shit, man. I mean, they have been in for like 10 minutes, so I'll have a look. Opened up the oven, felt them, frozen solid. Looked to the setting. I'd put the oven in the wrong setting, right? And I went, well, I just went, well, she's already in a mood. I don't want to make her any later. There's no time to fix it now. Got them out of the oven, put them in a sandwich, and was just sat there eating frozen veggie sausages in bread that I'd toasted. So just the driest meal you can possibly imagine, and uncooked veggie sausages. And then she came downstairs and was like,
wanted sausages, and then weren't gone.
And was like, no. She was going, why are you eating that so slowly? And I was like, no, don't worry about it. I'm just like, I'm just making my way through it. And she got really angry, and I couldn't finish it because I was eating frozen vegetable sausages. And then I left like half of it. She went to the box later on, saw that I'd used all of the sausages for a sandwich that I'd wasted half of, and was furious.
Yeah.
So that's my story about Linda McCartney sausages. Hey guys, if you're gonna eat them, cook them.
I mean, that's a good advice for any type.
That's my advice. Yeah, horrendous.
But I think, like, with this film, Christmas Story.
Oh yeah, we talk about films on this podcast.
Talk about film. It might have to get to a point where we're going to have to do a spin-off podcast at some point.
We really
Jeez,
are.
It's getting worse as the fucking episodes go on, man.
Yeah,
really is.
Oh Christ!
Imagine if anyone came to our shows specifically for the film we're discussing.
Oh, God bless you.
Season 4 will be a mad disappointment, is all I'm saying. God
fuming.
damn it.
Mm.
Where's the
God.
I wanted a 3-hour discussion on the 7-year itch where you got half an hour and the rest is all of us.
Yeah, what do you want? Get out of here.
Yes.
What I will say about this film, things that I enjoyed in this film.
Yes, please. Let's break it down what you enjoyed, and we can discuss that, and then we can discuss everything else. How about that? There you go.
Yeah. So, the scenes in Ralphie's imagination where they're playing around with like double frame rate and stuff, and everyone's moving around like Charlie Chaplin and whatever. Good stuff. Really, really enjoyed that.
You got the nice little like white vignette around it all.
Yeah.
There's
Love it.
let me try and think of them. There's the first one where it's like a western, and he bursts in as a cowboy, and he's always spitting the tobacco.
Yeah, love that. And he shoots that guy in the arse.
He does.
And he does a little ooh me bottom, and then falls off a fence. Very great stuff.
When they're dead, they've got crosses on their eyes. There's You know, his dad's wearing a raccoon hat.
Yep. Yeah, sure is.
Randy's just like this.
Yeah, just terrified. Because if it was your imagination and you had a little brother, you'd imagine it to be a little bitch.
Yeah, you'll make it. Yeah, he'll be cowering. Yeah, Randy in his imagination is such a dweeb, man. It's such a. It's like there's that one as well.
Such a loser.
It's like there's that one as well when he's blind from soap poisoning, and then
oh my gosh, yeah.
And then Randy immediately comes in and just hugs his legs.
Yeah. I love that one where they're like, he comes home blind with a stick in an outfit which I imagine he didn't leave the house in, and his mum and dad in his imagination are going, "Oh God, Ralphie, what happened? Is something wrong? What's going on? Why aren't you looking at us?" And he's like, "Why would you not question? Why has he got his eyes closed? Why is he in a big long trench coat and a trilby? What's going on?"
He opens the door. His dad goes, "Ah, come on in, son."
Yeah. Whose blind man's stick did you steal? What are you doing?
What happened, Ralphie? Soap poisoning.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's good. That's good stuff. The stuff with the witch and whatever.
Oh yeah. You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. Brilliant.
Pretty good. But yeah, all that stuff I really enjoyed. Is Friends. I enjoyed when this film felt like an Amblin 80s movie with the kids talking.
Just a bunch of kids chatting and doing
chatting and talking like kids actually do, as opposed to being like, "Oh, jolly, this is great and we're just children and we're so innocent." They were talking like, "Yeah, that guy's a prick and your brother's a knobhead and we don't like him and whatever."
Go on, get your tongue on the pole. Get your tongue on it.
Love it. Love all that stuff where it's like,
double dog dare you. There's only one more. I triple dog dare you. Whoa!
Wow, it's like he skips the triple dare.
Yeah, and he went right to the triple dog dare. And flick side. Right, move out of the way.
Yeah. And he did it and he cried like a little bitch.
Yeah, he did.
That situation.
There was a fire truck and a police car. There was so many law enforcement.
Why did the police go? Why were the police there?
Imagine. I want to know what that call was. Yes, there was a boy who's got his tongue stuck to a lamppost. What?
A kid's licked a pole.
It's like,
and it's cold.
It's like, quick, let's get to it.
Yeah, everybody call every department. What I don't get about that is, I've always questioned this because it's been in multiple films on multiple occasions. You know, Dumb and Dumber does it, and the licking the lamppost thing when it's cold. Right? Does it happen? If
let's find out. Let's find out, Robbie.
Well, this is the thing. For the sake of the podcast, I might record myself tomorrow licking a pole because it's been really frosty here, so it will be. Has
it snowed where you're at?
It's not snowed yet.
Oh, we've had snow.
Have you?
Hartlepool has been a little snowland.
Dude, I'm dreading it, you know. Because if it gets to Thursday and it's snowing, then I've got like no way of getting to work.
It hasn't been that bad on the roads. Like, I mean, I had my driving lesson on Monday yesterday, and it was fine.
Oh, okay.
So
I suppose the motorways will be gritted and stuff, won't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, I might lick a post for the sake of the podcast just to find out for once and for all.
Oh, please do.
And then I'll record it and then send it to you and you can edit it in at the end. Or here. I don't know. Do what you want. But the thing with it is, I was thinking about this when I was watching the scene. I was like, would you pour warm water over it to loosen the connection?
That's what I always thought.
Or would adding more water to it freeze and then you're even more stuck?
That's been another thing, yeah. I don't know.
This is the thing.
Because don't they advise you not to pour hot water on your car windows, don't they, if they're frozen?
Yeah, but I think
isn't that
that's
because
a
of
pressure
like
thing?
Yeah, because the glass would fucking shatter. I don't think
which mine did before, by the way.
Oh Jesus!
Last Christmas, back window gone, mate.
Oh God!
It was free. So it was really cold. I left the door open, put the blowers on like full whack on full heat to try and get rid of the ice, and then as soon as I closed the door, Just fucking back window exploded. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Thought you got shot or something.
Yeah, exactly. I thought someone had lobbed a brick through the window or something. Just the entire window smashed. It was horrific. But yeah, I'll try it out tomorrow and report back.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I shall do.
Because I'm not doing it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll try and find something metal in the garden because I don't want to go out into the street and do it.
No, that'll be funny if you're just in the middle.
6:30 in the morning.
And then it just
stuck there till 10:30.
Yeah, like someone finds you and they go, let me guess, Christmas Story.
Yeah. Right, yeah. I wanted to see if it worked. I'll find like a metal latch on a gate or something.
No, you need to do it on a lamppost. It can't be.
Nah,
you need a light post, like a big lamppost.
Oh, God. I'll find something.
You're not just going to lick a door handle. You need
I'll find a bike. I'll lick a bike and see what happens.
Robbie's going around Cottingham just licking anything and everything.
Oh, there's a patio heater. We have a patio heater. That's a big, tall metal thing.
Is it outside?
Yeah, it's down there. It's down the garden.
That's fine then. We'll try that.
I'll do that. That sounds good.
Right.
God, I'm excited about that.
So, yeah, we got that situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you like the little friends interaction and stuff like that. With
Yeah.
it. I would have liked to see more of that. I agree.
So, same, man.
And the reason why I say that, because obviously I'm a big fan of the film of being just like what it's like being a kid during Christmas time. But I feel like when you would hang out with your mates more. You'd be
exactly.
I feel like there might be a bit more conversation with your mates about what you're getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like that. Like I think all the family stuff is top notch, tippy top. But I have no complaints about that. I would even say, I mean, we can make this a separate conversation point if it's relevant or whatever. But I think the mum is one of the greatest cinematic mums ever. I fucking love her. She's brilliant.
I love the mum. Dad sucks.
No, I like the dad.
He sucks so bad, man.
No, he does a lot that reminds me of my dad. He does a lot that reminds me of my dad.
Enough.
So it's like it's more his mannerisms than his actual attitude. I will say that. There's certain things that he does that I go like, yeah, Neil does that.
Yeah,
I can see Neil doing that. Or like, it's the balance of he gets really stressed off work, but when he's home, he's a bit of a goof.
Yeah.
Like, that's what reminded me of him, in all honesty. And I like when he take the initiative of like everything's gonna shit in the house, and he's like, right, get your coats, we're going out.
Yeah,
it's like okay. Off. He's not just being a grumpy bastard. He was really looking for that turkey, but he's like, I can't do anything about it. Right, let's go.
He's got to save Christmas. He's got to pull something out of his ass to save Christmas for the family, and that's what Dad's all about.
Apparently,
so I've heard. I don't know. Allegedly.
Allegedly, that's what Dad. Does.
Yeah, that's what.
But I think the thing with the mum that really shines because I really like it's the moment where there's a few moments I'm trying to remember what it is. I like the little moments that she has with Randy, like about anything, shows how the pigs eat Randy. Getting that,
the grossest thing in the world.
Yeah, and there's that. But I mean, if you think about it, it's 40s America, so it would be post-war in a sense.
That's true.
So if you think about it, I guess like gruel might be. All things considered, they're doing fine considering all.
Yeah, considering it's post-war America, they're doing all right.
This family's okay.
Yeah,
in all the Parkers are fine.
Yeah.
There's that. It's the moment where I'm trying to remember. I think it is the moment where the moment that does stand out to me is the moment where after Ralphie gets in the fight and she takes him away and she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't say that like he fucking.
Yeah, she doesn't shout at him.
There's that. It's a very real mum thing. It's not like get your head in the sink. I don't know.
Exactly.
Is a bit of a is a what are they called? Flannel. That's it.
Yeah.
is a flannel on your neck. Go lay down, chill out a bit. Don't worry, Randy. He's not going to get murdered. He have some milk. Off you go.
Off into your office. I went to your office under the stairs.
Dad comes back from work. Ralphie's bricking it.
Yeah.
Then his mum's like, "Oh, you left your glasses. Oh, isn't the Cubs doing a thing or whatever?" Yeah. And then just leaves it. She doesn't.
Yeah.
Because she knows like the dad will kick off about it. So it's like there's no,
Exactly.
Lovely,
don't worry him
lovely,
about. Yeah.
Lovely moment. And I want to let's save the last bit to final because I feel like that's it. Because I have things that I want to say about like the kind of ending of the film. Not the very end, but semi to the end. But yeah, big fan of the mum. I think she's a very real mum. I think the family, as much as this film almost heightens reality from a kid's perspective, I think what I like about it is that I can almost, because I remember, like when I think about Christmas as a kid, I remember this really magical time. It is all very big and fun, and it's Christmas time. It's gonna be, come on, can't wait to get my, what was I after when I would have been about 10. Can't remember.
Solid food.
You're funny. A spinning top. What about
the first bananas imported to the UK?
What about a stick and a wheel? Do you know those toys that like?
Oh
that.
Again, the first yogurt imports to the UK.
Yeah. Or also maybe Super Monkey Ball 2 on GameCube. That was also a thing I was wanting.
What a knee-jerk reaction.
Fucking a PS2.
Jesus.
But do you remember those, Robbie? Did you ever have a PS2?
Yes, I had a PS2. It was my first console, and I loved it dearly. And I don't still have it. Leo still has his.
Mine's still there. I think it's still got Silent Hill 2 in it.
Yeah. I've still got my PS3. That's the oldest console I have. I used to still have my Wii. I had a Wii for a while. That sucked. But yeah. Do you know what I think as well? You're saying about like how much of a magical time Christmas was as a kid. Maybe I've just always been a cynical bastard.
Even as a kid, you were like, this is bullshit.
I was, because do you know what my favourite part of this movie was? That fucking shop Santa.
Oh no, that Santa's great.
I love him. I love him so much. The fact that he's just like, this fucking sucks. I hate this. And then he's like, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. I'm going to scare the shit out of you for getting way too close.
Ho, ho,
yeah. And all the elves are like, will you fucking hurry up? Just every single kid that comes up, the elves are like, you are a knobhead. And I don't like you. Get out of here.
But yes, while we were on about the Santa.
Yeah, the Santa.
Goddamn.
The best Santa.
I mean, it's not the best Santa because our boy Kris Kringle is the Santa. I mean, Kris Kringle is the Santa.
Thing is with this Santa, I think he is, on the rankings of Santa, I would say he's joint worst at his job of being Santa.
Oh, yeah.
Alongside the one from the beginning of the Santa Claus.
What, the one who gets gunned down?
Yeah.
Well, he was meant to, but
I think he's the worst Santa Claus. I won't go into this theory that I have now, but I've got a whole thing. I've got a whole thing worked out as that Santa Claus is the worst Santa Claus has ever been.
I won't go into this theory. Robbie's got like a fucking whiteboard.
Well, let me just.
No, get through the Santa. No, we need to talk. Okay. We need to talk about the fucking film, man.
Okay, I'll put in the intermission.
We need to talk about the fucking film. Jesus.
Oh, dear Christ. Yeah, best Santa Claus, man. It's the bit when it's just all of the kids before Ralphie gets up there just get put on there, scream, and then get thrown down a slide. I don't think anyone told him what they want for Christmas. I think they just went up, screamed at the sight of him, and then got lobbed down a slide.
There's that one kid when they're waiting in the line, and he just, with like a fucking airplane hat on, he just turns around and he goes, I like Santa.
Yeah, it's like, okay. That kid's terrifying, by the way. He's wearing a hat that
And then
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, and then like the fucking like Wicked Witch of the West comes waltzing in, and then the kid goes, I like the Wizard of Oz. I like the Tin Man.
The thing is with that witch, right? I want the context of that witch. What's she doing there? Why is she dressed like that? When she first showed up, I just thought it was him imagining his school teacher again.
Oh no, it was, but you saw them in the parade.
Oh really? Oh yeah, because they beat up Mickey Mouse. Ignore me. Never mind.
Again, I don't think they beat him up, but they basically like over swamped him, pushed him around.
I'm gonna say they beat him up.
It's funny to think that
they kicked the shit out of that Mickey Mouse.
Just see the Scarecrow, Caroline, and Tin Man just
pounding on him. God bless him. I mean, no, he's a corporate shill.
The mouse wasn't.
Well,
He's been turned into one.
yeah, bless him.
It's getting to a point now where people don't know much Mickey Mouse stuff now. They know his fucking silhouette.
Yeah.
And they know him on a t-shirt.
They know the clubhouse.
But once you try to fix people that you know into Mickey Mouse characters, and you go, would Reese be Pete? And Connor goes, I don't know these characters. I go, what? And then, and then that's when it's real. That's when you know.
Is Pete the one he's goofy but he's fat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you'd be kind of be Reese, because I can imagine Reese trying to swindle me out of a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, or Reese is just goofy.
No, but he's not silly enough. You know what I mean? He's not like...
He's too threatening.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's got an ulterior motive.
He's too much of a threat.
He's
too much of a threat to be left alive.
We gotta take him out. We gotta take him out.
Oh, God.
Agent of Chaos, Reese Bruce. That's the official title of the man on the podcast.
Agent of Chaos of the podcast.
So I think that is one. And right, I don't think I felt like I related to Ralphie on many occasions, and this was one of them. I never had an encounter with a Santa Claus like this. I will say that. Never got lobbed down a slide by a Santa. But I have had points where I've been strategically trying to think about what I'm going to ask Santa for.
Oh my God, yeah.
I remember being in Middleton Grange shopping centre when they gave a shit about the grotto. I'll say it. Yeah. Sort it out. It used to be
Middleton Grange, come on.
It used to be wonderful. You used to have a whole house in the centre.
Yeah.
And now all you've done is extend a McDonald's. You've extended
Don't
McDonald's.
Just stick outside of McDonald's. It's so sad to look at.
just a few kids lining up, and it's like while some like fucking like sad dudes just eat a Big Mac and like
exactly. It's not what you want.
And some child's like, and then it's like, yeah, I'm trying to like make my like children's dreams come true here. Can you like
not do that?
But I remember like,
a bottle of wine, by the way.
Have you finished it?
This is the last glass and I'm done.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not like too far off though.
Yeah. 2 more glasses, you'll be fine.
Cheers, level 5s.
Yeah, cheers, level 5s. Nice one.
But yeah, I remember strategically trying to think about like, right, which ones am I going to specifically tell him that I want? Specifically tell. I remember going in the grotto. I never remember sitting on his lap. I don't think I ever sat on Santa Claus's lap. I would sit in a chair next to him.
Yeah, just his face.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was too easy of a joke to make. I know it's Christmas time, and we can't, it's all about holiday spirit, but here we are. Sorry, I made it. I made the joke. Apologies.
I need a clip.
Oh, God.
No, I didn't sit on Jimmy Wood's lap. And then...
Brilliant.
And then I was so tempted in my head. I'm like, I could just key out that clip because it's on a green screen and just put it right next to us right now.
Just stick him here. Just somewhere over here would be perfect.
What, Jimmy Wood and Reese Bruce? Oh, God. I might have to now in some regards. Just to show,
somewhere.
Would I be allowed?
I don't see. This is the thing. I don't know.
I won't anyway. But I'll just leave it as that. I'll leave it as that.
Yeah,
Reese
don't worry about it, audience.
Reese Bruce sat on Jimmy Wood's lap. Anyway, But I remember being very strategic about what I'm going to talk, and it was a business meeting for me as a kid. It wasn't like, at first when you were in the line, you got your butterflies. You're like, oh my God, it's Santa Claus. It's Father Christmas.
Santa. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
That's Kris Kringle.
That's fucking Saint Nick right in there. And then, but once you get it, you go, right, now I'm here for business. And then it's like you sit down. I'm sat down on a chair, far too big for me. I see how it is, Santa. You're trying to seem bigger than me. I get it. But
yeah,
this is
power complex. But all right,
I get it. We're already in your grotto, mate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, right, Santa, and I'm like, so, what would you like for Christmas, little boy? He probably didn't say that. He's probably like, what's your name? I go, I'm Oscar. That's the voice that came out of like a charming.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Oscar.
Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Oh, Oscar, what would you like for Christmas this year? And I go,
well, I've actually prepared this 7-slide PowerPoint presentation.
And I go, there's an Action Man figure, and there's him on a motorbike, but it also comes with, I forgot the villain's name, but it was that green one.
Yeah.
But it also comes with him. And when you twist his body, his head twists with a face that's like this. And I think I did that as well to him as well. And I went,
very good.
Those specific ones. He went, well, I'll see what I can do. Merry Christmas, Oscar.
Nice.
Merry Christmas, Oliver. It's Oscar. Oh,
yeah, down the slide.
So I can relate.
The elves are booting you. Get out of here, kid.
I love that one guy. I love both of them. Where it's like the kid. Again, I find myself quoting this film every year when I'm watching it. It's like there's where it's like the really wide angle close up of and then like the dude elf. It's like hurry up, kid. The store's closing.
Yeah.
And then it's like the last, like, go on, kid. Make up your mind. We got a load of kids waiting on you.
He's so intense for no reason.
And then Santa, like, takes his face and goes, what would you like?
Oh, God.
And then he's just frozen. He goes, what about a football? He goes, okay, get him out of here.
Do you know what?
Stops on the slide. I want to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You shoot your eye out, kid. Devastating. Gets a foot to the face. He's down, and when he's sat there in the foam, that's a face of that's his first existential dread. That's Ralphie's first experience with what's the point?
What's the point of anything? That's Ralphie's first realization that life isn't fair.
That is legit. He's in the snow and he's like, I asked me mum. I tried to get me teacher to back me up. I even went to Santa. And
and he said, fuck you, kid. Sat me down a slide.
And he's still there. And Randy sat with him like, Ralphie, are we gonna go? And he's just still there,
I cannot believe this.
He's still hearing Sound of Silence play. He's just he's just got Art Garfunkel and Paul Simon's angelic voices just singing away in his head to his point of hello darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, this sucks. The only time I related to Ralphie in all of this.
Let me try and guess.
Yeah, go on.
Was the only time you related Ralphie? I know you said Alfie. Ralphie. Was it when he was trying to decode the message from his favorite show?
Oh yeah, I forgot about. I mean, the only 2 times that I related to Ralphie.
Because I can imagine because I can imagine you trying to do something on a Doctor Who magazine or something and be like,
yeah,
well, I'm gonna do it. And it's like, make sure to watch the New Year's special, whatever the fuck. Oh, no.
It sucks. I did but do you know what's the worst thing? I did that. What? Do you know when I did it? Last fucking year, they did a Doctor Who ARG thing. And I just stuck with it. I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. And there was all these things, all these clues, and you had to follow it. And I was like, oh my god, this is actually really good marketing. Got right to the end. It's just a promo photo of Jodie Whittaker. At this point, we didn't know when the episodes were coming out, what was happening. No one
I remember you telling me
about the show.
I remember hearing about this. Yes, I remember you telling me about this.
Photo of Jodie Whittaker in pink lighting. What are we doing? And that was a devastating time. But the other time that I related to Ralphie in this film,
slightly peaking, I think.
Am I slightly peaking? Thank you.
Slightly.
Let me just turn my. Oh fucking hell, lad! Just chill it out a little bit, will you? My goodness. We'll put you down to there. Is that about right?
That sounds fine. Yeah, that sounds
fine. The other time that I related to Ralphie in this here movie, was the ending where He'd gone through all this trouble, and I think you'll agree this is a very Robbie Sweeto thing. He's gone through all this trouble. He asked his mum. He planted the advert. He asked his teacher to back him up. He even asked Santa. He went through all this trouble. Then he finally got the rifle. He takes it outside and he shoots himself in the eye like a fucking idiot.
It's a very Robbie Tweedale
like
thing.
An
It's
absolute dumbass. He just straight away. Oh my God! I shot myself in the eye.
First pull of the trigger. And that's it gone.
That I love. That is that is such a growing up thing. And the instant reaction of him to just go, I'll make something up. Oh no, his instant reaction is to go, they won't notice that our lens is missing. And then he looks, realizes it's cracked, and he goes, right, I've got to make something up. I did that so much as a kid. It's unbelievable. I would break something and then make it up.
You just shitting yourself and be like, what do I do? And then...
Oh my God. Like, I apologize. My best friend, Greg, I apologize to his entire family about how many things in that living room I broke in our childhood.
Robbie.
Me and him, for some reason, had this weird obsession of playing football in the living room and just booting the ball.
Could have went outside.
Exactly.
Could have went out.
But no, we just did it in the living room every time, just booting the ball at each other. And we broke so many things in that living room. And every single time we'd come up with some fucking elaborate story as to why it was broken. When in actual... And even to this day, and if they genuinely don't know about this at this point and haven't listened and do listen to this, there's a photo frame in their living room that I booted the ball at, knocked off, smashed it completely, smashed all the glass out of it. Me and Greg went through, scraped all the rest out to make sure that there was absolutely no remaining glass in it, swept the glass, chucked it in the bin, put it back on the windowsill. And that photo is, I believe, still there. And if it is, I don't think anyone's noticed.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure no one's ever brought it up to us. So, there you go.
I mean, yeah, he did. I mean, Ralphie, he thought on his feet there. Like, shit.
He thought on his feet, man.
Quick.
And I instantly respected him. I
I
think he's still a psychopath. I think if he's not mental in this sequel series they've done for HBO Max, then
It's only a film. It's not a series.
Oh, is it a film? Oh, I didn't know
it's just a film. It's
Okay.
on Now TV now. It's currently on Now
okay.
TV. Yeah.
I thought it was like a 6-episode miniseries or some shit.
I'm not sure. As much as I would be interested in that, I don't have trust in people in them to recreate that for that length of time.
Look at the new Home Alone, man.
I mean, I didn't.
Dear God, I did. Oh,
This I have a bit more faith in because he's back. Peter Billingsley is back.
He is back. He built Tony Stark built it in a cave with a box of scraps or whatever. He's back. Iron Man's own. Spider-Man Far From Home's own.
Oh, what a brilliant thing!
What a great cameo! Unbelievable.
What a brilliant thing!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah, I think that's like it's little things like that, and it's like why I always keep going back to this film. And I think time has really fucked this film over in the sense like it's interesting how this became such a big classic Christmas film. It's interesting because there's no big names in it. There's no like, it's like, at least with It's a Wonderful Life, you could be like, well, Frank Capra was a very big acclaimed director and it has James Stewart. Like, that's the thing. Miracle on 34th Street. It's a fucking film about Santa Claus and shit, and it's got Natalie Wood in it as well. But this film, and even if you think of Home Alone, it's Macaulay Culkin and, you know, all that stuff. The Christmas Story is such a small film in, like, what it's doing.
Yeah.
And there's no big names. It's not like Peter Billingsley was, like, a huge child actor in the 80s. The actors who played the mum and dad, Melinda Dillon and Darren McGavin, it wasn't like they got in. It wasn't like they had John Belushi and Sigourney Weaver. Or what, you know? I don't know. I don't know a lot of them. If I'm being honest, I don't really know. There's no actors in this that I'm like, oh yeah. Like like, I know Peter Billingsley from this.
Yeah.
And then I also knew him, like, oh, and he became John Favreau's mate, and then he was, he's a box of scraps.
Yeah.
That's how I know him. But it's like, it's almost amazing. I think because I think this film didn't do great when it came out, like anything. I think home video releases, people watched it, or like, it was on the telly, and then I think what gets people into it, and this is what this is a film I didn't grow up on, but it's a film that me and my mum can sit down and watch, and she never seen it until I watched it, and then said, you might like this, and we watched it together. So it's not like even a film that she watched prior, or like a film that she knew about before me.
Yeah.
But I think this film, what it gets right is the vibe of Christmas time. Like, I can watch this and be like, the kids are doing silly things, and kids do silly things, or the mum's reacting this way because that's how the mum would be reacting, or the dad's doing a silly dad thing because they do that. Like, there's a lot of things. Like, even like the first time we get properly introduced to Ralphie and Randy, and they get told to come down, and the first thing we properly see of them is walking out of the room, and then Ralphie just like picks him up and throws him to one side to move out the way of the drawer.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, that's just a total big and little brother. That's just like total like a great family dynamic right off the bat. It's like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I instantly get it. And I think that's like what really like clicks for me with this film is those moments in it. And it is, and again, I don't know. Again, it's weird in the sense of like, I'm not sure if you could break this film down. I mean, we haven't, but I'm not sure if we tried to break this film down in the same way we did It's a Wonderful Life or Miracle on 34th Street, where we're looking at the character arc and the written thing. Because I think this film, if we're looking about the other two years and we're thinking about like what makes these films Christmas classics, why are these films classic Christmas films that people watch every year? With It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle on 34th Street, we came up with two different reasons, but the basic gist of those two films was like, well, they're very universal type of stories, and they're stories that people can get really invested in. And, George Bailey is like the best character in film history, in my opinion. He's like he's my favorite character in film history. I will say that personally. I mean, anyone can have the theme, but I come to an actual decision like earlier this year where I'm like, I think my favorite character probably is George Bailey because of he's just everything I love in a character.
Mine's Kris Kringle.
And that is fair as well.
I love that guy.
What a man. What a man. It's like you got like a brilliant character story in It's a Wonderful Life with a fucking sensational ending, brilliant ending, and then Miracle on 34th Street where you've almost got like this. It's just a constant. There's no boring moment in the Miracle on 34th Street. It's like the film starts off and it's like, oh, there's this guy. Oh, Santa's here, but people don't think he's Santa, and then the film becomes a court case. so it's
nowhere.
Like it's so like, you know what I mean. So it's like there's a certain level of drama, but it's a bit of fun as well with it.
Yeah.
With the Christmas Story, I think what connects people to this film is because it is just showing the environment of Christmas and the landscape of Christmas with a family.
Yeah.
Like, we're just seeing like what Christmas time is like for a family, which again, I think anyone can have just watching this film and just being like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Or like, I remember that. Like the bully in this fucking the one who got his face pounded in.
Yeah. The Joker.
I swear he looks like a dickhead that I knew in primary school. Like, he has a face that I'm like, I swear I remember you. And I swear you were a dickhead as well. So it's like,
you son of a bitch.
God damn it. And that's why I was cheering Ralphie. Why he's just like, get him!
Go on, get him!
Knock him out! And he called him a cunt, and then he left. And then
I need to find out what that bully was called because I've just had a really sudden brainwave. But please continue.
Well, he's like Arthur Fleck or something.
Well, this is the thing. I'm sure his last name sounds like Fleck. Oh, there's a character called Flick. That's what
there's a character called Flick. Yeah, not a Fleck.
Never mind. Scut Farkas is what he's called.
Oh, yes, Scut Farkas.
Horrendous.
Yeah. So there's things like that, and again, I really relate to like. Although I never wanted a BB gun, Again, I remember being a kid during Christmas and just the anticipation and build up to once it gets to that time of the year and you're going down to the tree and you're like, is it gonna be? Am I gonna get the? Am I gonna get the?
It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the other presents are just fodder. They are for children.
Yeah.
And if your parents and you're like, oh no, my kids love every present. They're
lying to you.
No, what kids like, they like seeing they have loads of presents, but they want one.
That is so true. Yeah.
They like seeing loads, because if you only gave them the one present, they'll be pissed off. Yeah. Because they'll be like, only one, but this is the one thing you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
if you give them
only one,
if you give them loads of fucking tat, and the one big one that they want,
that's it.
You've nailed Christmas.
That's it.
Yeah.
They like coming down and seeing a tree, or like for me, it was like I remember waking up and there was like Santa's sack by my bed, and then I walked down to the Christmas tree with them. I'll wait till you have come back to me and not frozen for a second there.
Hello.
Oh God! Lost. Please don't crash. We were doing so well.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Hey. Okay, there you are.
I'm back.
Cool. Where did I cut off there?
You said you woke up and Santa something.
Okay, yeah. I woke up. For me, it was like I would wake up and there would be like Santa's sack by my bed. And I was like, oh. Yeah,
Same,
okay, yeah,
and I miss it so much.
Yeah,
God, I miss that
no,
Santa sack. I vividly remember the first year they didn't do a Santa sack at the end of my bed. And it was fucking heartbreaking. It was so upsetting. Oh, no internet. Again, is that me? All together, no internet. Fucking K-Com.
Hello. I heard that. I heard fucking
What did you hear? Fucking K-Com.
I had fucking K-Com, and I heard you. It was fucking heartbreaking. That was the last thing I heard from you.
Well, that's all I really said. It was absolutely fucking heartbreaking. The first year that they didn't do it, I remember just being like, "Why?" And they were like, "Well, we thought you were a bit too old for it." And I was like, "Yeah, but it doesn't matter."
How old were you?
I don't know. I was probably like 13, 14 or something.
Okay, right.
Well, they're like, "You are too old," but also it made methodical sense because I would wake up at like 5 a.m. on Christmas, take my Santa sack into my sister's room, and we'd open those together. And it gave us something to do whilst mum and dad then could like get up at their own leisure and not have to get up at fucking 6 a.m. to open presents with us. Because it would only be like little things, and then the big presents would be downstairs.
I was a fucking nightmare, man, about getting up early. Like, I was a getting up early kid anyway. And I remember specifically one time, I think I must have woke up at 4 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. on Christmas Day.
Jesus.
And I could see the silhouette of the sack.
Yeah.
I could see it. And I went, Mom, he's been.
Yeah.
As I'm still in my bed, because my mum would leave my door open, then her door open, and our bedrooms were just across the hallway from each other. And I'll be, Mum, he's been. There'll be silence. And then for a bit. And I wouldn't get out of bed just yet. I was waiting for permission almost. And then my mum went, wait another hour. And because I had a clock at the front of my bed. And I looked. And I went, okay. And for an hour, I was just looking at it.
Just looking at it, yeah.
I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to analyze the shadow.
Yeah.
Again, my room's black, but I can see the silhouette, and I'm like, is that a?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
What I would do in that situation, because I was a little shit of a kid, I would get up out of
go
bed.
and open it.
I would open the bag up anyway and like look at the individual presents and think about what I asked for and go, right, that's probably that DVD and that's probably that comic and that's, I would do that.
For Santa's sack, they didn't get wrapped. My mum just had a sack
really?
with the toys.
They got wrapped for us. See, the biggest cock tease of my life still to this day was it was the year that the PS4 had been released.
Oh God, when was that? 2015?
Probably, yeah. So that was probably my last year of Santa's sack.
Right, you would have been prime for that then.
I was so excited for the PS4.
Me, I'm 20. I'm 20. I'm like,
well, exactly.
It's-
I'd been begging my parents for it, and they were always kind of like, it's a bit expensive and whatever. And I was just begging and begging and begging. And then in the Santa sack in the morning, because the big presents are always downstairs, Santa sack is just little stuff. So I was like, if I get a PS4, it's going to be under the tree. What's up with you? What are you doing?
I'll mention it after you get through your story. That's disappointing.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is I know how you feel about Doctor Who, but...
Oh, you're joking. So that, yeah, I was like opening my Santa sack in the morning and thinking, PS4 will be downstairs, whatever. Opened up one of the Santa sack presents and it was a fucking PS4 game. And then I have to wait. I opened it up at like 5 a.m. with my sister like I always do. And then you have to wait until like 10:30 in the morning to go downstairs and open presents properly with the whole family.
That late? Oh no, my mum would at least be up about like. It got later, but I remember being a kid and it'd be 7 a.m.
Oh no,
my opening presents.
My mum fucks about, man. We used to go down. Me, my dad, and my sister would go downstairs, stick the telly on, and then just wait until my mum was ready because she'd get a shower. We'd have breakfast. She'd have a shower. She'd get all sorted out. She'd come downstairs. She'd have her breakfast. She'd start doing the Christmas dinner and start doing all that. And then we'd do presents. Yeah.
Right. I'm not being
funny. So
she
really made us wait for it.
I'm not being funny. Right. All good and that. But when you're a kid, that your whole 2 months have been leading up to this.
It's torture. Point. It's absolute torture. Especially when a kid that is so excited about a PlayStation 4
got one.
Has opened up a PlayStation 4 game 5 hours prior.
Yeah.
I'm just sat there staring at the big box being like, I know what it is. I know what it is. Please let me open it so I can start playing my games. Please. It was.
I think I did that when it was. It wouldn't have been when it came out, but it was. It would have been the year after, I think, because I think did the 360 and the PS3 come out in 2007?
Yeah.
So it would have been the year. It would have been the year after. It would have been 2008. I asked for a 360, and I remember thinking to myself, that might be a bit too much. So I remember on my Christmas list, I wrote Xbox 360 in really small lettering.
Yeah.
Like, thinking to myself, it's like, I don't mean it.
Yeah, I don't want to ask for one because it's a bit much, but...
And it was like third last on my list as well. So it wasn't even like the top thing. Yeah. But I was wanting that. And I think because I really wanted to play Brutal Legend. Nice. I don't know why. Nice. I don't know why that was the game for me.
I can't remember what game I got on. Oh, it was Overwatch. Was that one that I opened up before and was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I think it was a similar type of thing that it was like I went through Santa's sack and the first thing I picked out, because I'm not picking out the biggest thing. I'm just picking things out and I just rummage through the bag and I pick out something and I see an Xbox 360 game.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a Lego game or something like that.
Sweet.
And again, I was never a Lego fan, but my mum always picked the Lego games because she never wanted to get me anything too violent. Yeah. She was always like that. She was always like, I don't feel comfortable getting you anything that's like gruesome. So it was a Lego game. I'm like, I don't like Lego games. What the fuck is it? But I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. Did I tell you about how I kind of put two and two together about when I kind of realized Santa was just a concept?
No.
I'll say this, and then we'll get to the wrapping up of the film because I think we're pretty much.
I was going to say we're getting into the intermission now, aren't we?
But I feel like this conversation is kind of everything that like A Christmas Story has done.
Yeah.
In its whole presentation, I will say, because I think like again general-ish things. I think I don't see a problem in the acting one bit. No. I think even the child acting, it's great. Even if some of the acting's a bit hokey, I think the dialogue and the writing leans into that though. Like when it's like, come on guys, wait up, come on guys, come on. It's like, it's silly, but it's like, but that's the film. The film's a bit Christmassy daft and shit. And I like the warmth of it. Like the film just, I mean, you look at this frame that's behind me right now, it just looks, you know what I mean? It just, look at that, not your frame behind you. Yeah, I look at Iron Man 1, I think, Christmas.
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
With a box to scraps. I think of Iron Man 3 when I think of Christmas.
You fucking sicko.
Hey, Shane Black.
Nobody thinks of Iron Man 3 at any time of the year. Don't be ridiculous.
Well, I try to remember Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin, but not for a long time. It's Tony Long. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the acting, I think the way it's all presented, it's fine. I'm a fan of the structure of how it's just a load of little things. Again, there's a few things that we didn't talk about. The lamp got smashed and the dad kicked off about it. Ralphie gets a bunny suit because his auntie thinks he's a girl.
Yeah, fantastic.
And his dad's equally like, what the fuck are you making him wear that for? Come on.
Please, save this child.
Yeah, he's going, look at him. He's miserable. Do you want to wear it? Do you want to take it off? Let him take it off. Come on. And she goes, fine, but you only wear that around her when she comes over. First of all, why anyway? It's not like it's a suit. It's not like it's like get your bunny suit.
It's not a going out thing, is it?
Your aunt's coming over. Quick, get the pink bunny suit on.
Jesus.
It's like if Frank the Bunny became gay. Would I get cancelled? Is that bad? Is that a bad thing to say?
I don't know.
I don't mean it to be.
I don't know anything.
I don't mean it to be. God damn it. That's where I get cancelled. Of all the things you said in this episode as well, I'm the one that gets cancelled.
I haven't said anything cancelable in this episode.
You said a child sitting on Santa Claus's face is all I'm saying. I
did say that. That was pretty funny, though. Can't argue with that. Don't do a fucking spit take. Do you know, I love the end of year intermission episodes where we just get a bit pissed. It's good, isn't it?
We never got wanking on a Christmas special.
No, we haven't, which is weird because it's the time of year to get wankered.
The first
we do
Christmas,
it on the New Year's one usually.
Yeah, the first Christmas, our top films of the year list. Yeah. Our first Christmas special, we were in the recording, but we were in the sound booth in uni. Yeah. We were legitimately in our last week of uni. We watched It's a Wonderful Life in the sound booth, then recorded the episode on it. Then we went back to Titan, watched The Godfather Coda.
Oh man, that was a good day. That is one of the only days from uni that is stuck in my mind vividly. You know, I love that. That was a great day.
Good day. And then last year we were here. We were around mine and we talked about Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah. I don't remember anything else. We just had hot chocolate. We just drank hot chocolate.
Yeah.
But here we are. It always gets a bit
deep.
Jesus Christ, man. And then what was I even talking about? Talk about so that's what I mean. There's a lot of little things within this that I like. I think I like this film a lot because it does just feel like I can have it on and I don't need to really focus on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And when I am really focusing on it, I'm enjoying the scene. Do you know what I mean? It's like every scene of this I'm enjoying. And every scene of this I'm like, again, I feel it when Ralphie gets all venom. When Ralphie kicks off. I mean, I feel it. I remember watching it for the first few times in my late teens and feeling like, God, I remember being a kid and just really frustrated at a bully and wanting to punch him in the face. I get it. I get it, Ralphie. And then I remember being 8 and really wanting a present and the whole procedure of it. I remember flicking through Argos catalogs and being like, it's this. This is it. Yeah. It's this one. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing now. It's fucking Action Man or now.
Yeah.
And I remember, so it's a film that is just a really proper cozy time, and it's stuff like that. And the one moment, and this is the moment that I was leading up to, and this is the first time that I can think of that I got chills watching A Christmas Story. And I think I've talked about in the previous years that I'm a big Christmas guy. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. I fucking love it. This year, oddly enough, I've been a late celebrator. I still have yet to put up all my decorations, if I'm being completely honest. It just hasn't happened. Yeah, I know, it's mad. And I haven't and I've been almost trying to force myself to watch some Christmas films. I'll get into some of them in the intermission section of what I've watched so far this year. But, God, I'm such a sucker for Christmas time. And I feel like this one moment in this film really just gave me absolute chills was, it's like one of the last scenes, one of the last shots of the film or whatever. And it's nighttime on Christmas Day. Ralphie and Randy are in bed. The mum walks down. It's nighttime. The scene's being lit by the Christmas lights, and all you can see is the snow falling from the sky. And both the mum and dad are just sat watching the snowfall, drinking a glass of wine. That is just Christmas Day in a nutshell to me. It is just absolute. That to me right there is an absolute, God, what an absolute beautiful image that is. Yeah. And to me, that just encapsulates the whole feeling of the film in the sense, like, it's nothing huge. It's not a big grand shot. It's very simple. It's small. It's not, there's no big theme to it. There's no big story advancement to it. But God, it fucking feels like Christmas. Yeah. And to me, that's just the overall feeling I get with this film. Again, some people have Home Alone. Some people have Christmas Vacation in terms of their Christmas films that are based around a family. Some people have all of that. Me, the fucking is it Parker? Is that the family? Yeah. The Parkers are my Christmas family to me. Yeah. And I'll keep watching it, but I also do not fuck with how people really overhype this film. How people like, what do you mean? It's the coup de grace of Christmas cinema. So let's calm down.
Let's calm the fuck down, all right?
If you want to talk, because it's a tiny little film that's just meant to be a nice little warm thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a film that's meant to be watched as the Citizen Kane of Christmas.
No, absolutely not.
That's It's a Wonderful Life. And It's a Wonderful Life really does live up to its Citizen Kane of Christmas, in all honesty, is what I'll say. But yeah, overall, what I'll say is, I mean, we've been recording for a bit over 2 hours. I'm very curious how much of that was actually conversation.
Christmas story. Yeah.
But again, how I'm reassuring myself within this, the film kind of warrants a bit of tangent-ary. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, Robbie, your wrap up on the film.
I would say, look, guys, it wasn't for me, and I'm sorry. I wish it was. But that's the thing with all these films on the podcast, when they get to me and I watch them and I don't like them. I do wish I liked them, but because I know they're classics, but I just didn't. But I will say, when this film is being a Christmas film, it's fucking excellent. When it's random scenes that could have been in any time of the year and are just sketches used to pad out the runtime, that's when it annoys me. But all the Christmassy stuff, the family dynamic's amazing. The talks between the kids are great. Like they go and see the shop Santa and all that kind of stuff is all great. I would say most people will like it, and I'm a bastard, but it just wasn't for me. I'm so sorry, everyone. But I think either way, even if it was more Christmassy, and the sketches and the scenes were all kind of built around being a Christmas film, then I probably would have had a better time with it. But I also would have probably still thought Ralphie was a psychopath either way. So here I am. I'd probably still make that joke.
You also liked Sherman in The 7-Year Itch.
This is true. Don't like kids, do like sex pests. Turns out.
Or at least you're not a nonce.
Well, yeah, at least. My God. Intermission before I cancel myself?
Intermission.
Would you like oh, sorry, go on.
I'll talk about when I found out.
Oh, yeah, do that. And then after that, do you want Tyler's Christmas Tale?
I think we need to end the intermission with Tyler's Christmas Tale. We'll end the intermission with Tyler's Christmas Tale. I'll say that.
I've decided that, by the way. So for the audience, because I've decided that behind the scenes and not really said anything. The Robbie's Team Robbie meeting segments I've turned into just Tyler Tales. So that's what this segment is now called when I do it. It's Tyler's Tales. Because they mostly just revolve around Tyler now and berating the men. Berating a very real man, which I should probably stop doing. But
I mean, he's fine with it.
yeah, he doesn't care, does he?
He gets exposure. The Oakroyd love it. The
Exactly.
Oakroyd are big fans. You know what? Should I give a shout out to the Oakroyd? No.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. No, you shouldn't.
No. These are all people that I'm fine with.
What a fucking cesspit. What a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Look after. Take better care of your trolleys is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
get better security. And what? Sorry, continue. How did you discover Santa wasn't real, Oscar?
I discovered Santa wasn't. Well, I was already starting to doubt it when I was 11. Already started to doubt it.
Yeah.
Never got the sit down talk, but I was already starting to be like, oh, okay. I was trying to think of logic at this point, and I don't mean the rapper. Was he around that point, 2006? I don't know. Probably not.
Who knows?
So, it's Christmas time. The Nintendo Wii is going to be coming out. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing. Legitimately earth-shaking.
Yeah.
It was to a point of where the Wii was gone by the beginning of December. Like, it was just there was just no more of them. That was like the point of them, right? Really wanted a Wii. That was it, right? So, I remember this was also the very first year that my dad was with us, as in my stepdad, my current father, my current father. He is my dad, but this was the first year he was with us for Christmas. We had him. He was in our lives for Christmas,
Cool.
And so I'm not saying it's his fault, but I do question. But I do question if my mum was solely in control of the situation, what it would have been. This was also the year that my mum was in hospital for a good few months from really bad pneumonia. She got let out for Christmas so she could spend it with the family.
Nice.
She got let out literally the day that I broke up for Christmas. And this was first year. This was my first. I was in year 7. So new secondary school, everything.
Yeah.
So, it's a weird time for a kid. It's a weird time for a kid is the first few months of secondary school. It's mad.
Yeah.
And I remember one point I just came down into the living room that, mum and dad are in. I sit down on the couch. I look in front of me, and on the side of the coffee table is a Nintendo Wii in a box. It's just It's just a Wii. A Wii is right in front of me. And I'll look to my mum and my dad, and my dad goes, "Oh, that's for Scott," as in my stepbrother.
Oh, yeah.
I went, "Oh, okay." And I try just think to myself, okay, it's just for Scott. It's just for Scott. Yeah. Christmas Day comes. What's in Santa's sack? A Wii. I'm mental about it. I'm loving it. I'm like, get in, Wii. Playing Wii Sports like a motherfucker. And then Christmas Day, sat in the back of a car with Scott as we're visiting my dad's mum. And to which I can't remember how the conversation is there, but I hear that Scott goes, he doesn't have one, but his mate got one. I go,
yeah. Starting putting two and two together.
Okay. So that wasn't from Santa, was it?
Yeah.
Santa didn't get me a Wii. And then I think by that point, I just kind of my mum we never had the conversation, but I think my mum just kind of knew.
Yeah.
She was like, I think he's probably sussed it.
Yeah.
I think he's probably sussed it. Bit heartbreaking currently right now. My niece, have you met her?
I've met her very briefly, yeah.
All right, so yeah. She's 9. She'll be 10 in February.
Yeah.
And we were around my brother's and his wife's house yesterday because it's her birthday today as we're recording this. So we visited her. So we visited her yesterday, and my mum asked, and she stayed over Christmas with her dad, and this year. And my mum asked, does she believe? And then Scott went, I'm not sure if she ever really did. And then you go, wait, what? And then he goes, yeah, because the people that she lives with would always say, don't write too much on your list because we might not be able to afford everything. So I think it would always be things like
That's
that.
heartbreaking. That's so sad. Jesus.
So, yeah. I mean, she still loves it. She still loves Christmas.
Good on her.
Big fan. But there's, in my head, I'm like, but that's part of the fun about being a kid and being like a magical man fucking flies down your chimney.
Yeah.
And leaves you a PS whatever.
Yeah.
whatever.
PS whatever number we're on now.
But yeah, no, that was my discovery of Santa not being.
Wow.
How did you discover?
I genuinely don't know.
This is where Robbie goes, he's what?
Yeah. Excuse me? I genuinely have no idea how I figured it out. I cannot remember. Someone at school was probably just talking about it, to be as far as I would imagine it'd be some knobhead. Someone like Leo, someone like that would probably go, well, he'd probably think he's all fucking cool and go, oh, what, do you not know that he's not real? Or whatever. He'd probably do something like that.
I would always be really defensive of it, though, because I remember being year 3, and there would be the cool football lads. Like,
yeah.
Oh, he doesn't exist. And I'm like, and I'm just not saying anything. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You keep. I remember in my head, you keep believing that. Who's going to have the last laugh when you wake up to coal? Yeah. And I remember being like,
dickhead.
And I remember being so confused. There was this lad called, he won't watch this. It was a lad called Callum. And I remember being year 3 at one point. And then I remember like, when we got back from the Christmas break, I remember being like, Callum, what did you get for Christmas? Expected to be like, I got coal. And then he went like, oh, I got a whatever. I got a football or what. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
He got a Beckham England shirt. I don't know. And then but I remember being so confused. Like, what did
he do? He wasn't nice.
But Father Christmas only gives presents to nice people.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He threw me on the fucking playground. Yeah. That's not nice.
What a piece of shit.
And he didn't believe him. And he somehow still got something.
What?
I think I was more like confused at Santa's decision as opposed to the reality of Santa at that point. I was more like, oh wait, man. I thought you had a system. I thought you had a list. But
I thought you were checking it twice. Clearly not.
Yeah.
But I will say a thank you to Leo, actually, in terms of a Christmas thank you. Thank you, Leo, for persuading my parents to get me Call of Duty when I was a child. I was like the last of our mates that was allowed Call of Duty, and Leo, when my mum and dad came round to his house for some reason, I can't remember why. It was probably just to pick me up or something. He beckoned my mum upstairs to then go, Jan, watch this. Went into the options, turned on the parental settings that has no swearing, no blood.
Yeah.
Was like, look, you can do it like this. Look, it's not bad at all. Like in all this. And then my mum let me get it on the basis that I would put the parental settings on, and then I just didn't. So just fucking nailed it, mate. Just didn't do it, and we absolutely swindled me into getting Call of Duty. It was class.
Nice.
Yeah. But he probably, but I don't directly recall. But he probably ruined Santa for me. He's the kind of guy that would, and that's bad enough.
Yeah, I can imagine it
in my books.
I'll say what I reacted to earlier.
Oh yeah. Go on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
For the last few years, it started on COVID. It started like on the COVID Christmas, so 2020.
Yeah.
Me, Lewis, Victoria, and Gary have been holding a meetup, and we have a Christmas quiz between the lot of us. That was a way of doing things during COVID. Then last year we thought, let's keep it going, fuck it, but we'll do it in person. And then it's getting to the point where we're starting to step up things each year. So like last year I had a background behind me. I like did a thing because I kept trying to hound them to watch Happiest Season. So I legit made a background that had the Happiest Season poster and Better Than Christmas with the Cranks, available watch on Now TV.
Nice.
And then last year Lewis had a full PowerPoint. He gave a full fucking power. I'm like, you just show me up here because the system we've agreed here is that I host one section, Lewis hosts another section of the quiz.
Yeah.
So I can't remember. So the 4 categories would be film, music, food, and general, and we would split the 2. And I can't remember what. And what I would host one section, Lewis would host another, and then it would then be a thing where by the end of it, the quiz would have to be then tallied up, and Victoria would have to do a percentage amount. Because since me and Lewis could only compete on one quiz, we weren't getting the same amount of points. This year, I suggested, instead of doing that, how about one quiz that Lewis hosts is its own quiz. The quiz that I host is its own other quiz. Say Gary wins both quizzes, he's just the Christmas quiz champion of the year. Yeah. Say Victoria wins one quiz and Lewis wins the next quiz. We then do sudden death. We do the blockbuster buzzer thing.
Nice.
Right, name Christmas foods, go. And then that's it. And I thought that would be more fun than trying to do fucking percentages. Cool, whatever. I keep going to Lewis, when are we doing it? He goes, we'll sort it out. And I'm thinking to myself, well, next week is Christmas. So it could either be this week or I don't know when.
Yeah.
This weekend or whatever. And I've got a whole plan. I don't want to reveal it.
Yeah.
But I've got a whole thing that I want to do for it. I get a message as we're doing it. Oh, I need to Victoria goes.
Oh, yeah.
Suggestion. Rather than a Christmas quiz this year, how about a New Year's Eve quiz? What is that?
What are you talking about? Right. Can I go into everything that's wrong with that as a statement?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm going to link this tangentially to Doctor Who because this is the reference you made earlier, right?
Yes.
Doctor Who. Hey man, I was so happy this week when Russell T Davies announced that Christmas specials were coming back as of next year. Christmas specials are a thing again. Nice. Fucking excellent. Last Christmas special we had was 2017. Since then, they've been doing New Year's Day specials. That isn't a special. You do a Christmas special of Doctor Who, and you can have evil Santa Claus robots. You can have fucking the North Star, but it's a big spaceship. Things like this, right? Where it's like Christmas-themed episodes. What is the direct, what images do you think of when you think of New Year's Day? I'll tell you what.
Fireworks.
Fucking nout. No, that's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve, Oscar.
Oh, New Year's. Yeah, okay.
New Year's Day is nothing.
New Year's Day to me is I wake up a bit tired and I go to a cinema. That's my New Year's Day. That's my New Year's Day.
Do you know what a New Year's Day special of Doctor Who is? Just another fucking episode of Doctor Who. That's all it is. It's nothing.
Do you say they just reserved? Did you say they just reserved the Daleks for that? They just went. Oh, yeah, the Daleks. No, they did.
The first episode was called Resolution, and it was a Dalek episode. The second episode was Revolution of the Daleks. The third episode was Eve of the Daleks, and then this year we haven't got one. So we've got nothing. So but that's fine because they're changing over.
So,
but I agree with you completely that swapping out a Christmas quiz for a New Year's quiz is pointless. Unless it's a New Year's quiz looking back on general knowledge news stuff from the whole last year.
I guess so, but that's not
like a big fat quiz of the year sort of thing. But that's
I guess you can tie it into films of 2022, music of 2022, general knowledge, food, but I don't know. But come on, it's the whole point. But also New Year's Eve, I'm not being funny. I think I'm going out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like. And then to which Gary responded, going, I'm going to be busy on New Year's Eve. Cheers for telling us that, Gary, by the way.
Cheers, Gary.
And then I thought Lewis would have been in on it. Victoria's messaging the group that. But Lewis then goes, Christmas quiz on a week on Friday. So Lewis is just outright
nice.
went 23rd December, Christmas quiz. That's when it is. So nice one.
Sweet. Nice one, Lewis. We should do a Christmas quiz with Reese and Connor in that.
We need to do something proper. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
But then Lewis then also asked me. Oh, I probably should have said Lewis said. He's a teacher. I can't. I just realized.
It's a laugh in it. Put it out if you like.
Hey, Lewis, you're editing the audio. You can bleep that if you want.
Yeah, if you want to. Sort it out.
You know what? I edit the video. You edit the audio.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I'm gonna pour myself another glass of wine. So take that, Lewis.
I went to do the same thing, but I'm out of wine. That's very upsetting.
And then To which then Lewis went, and I'm going to keep reading this, and Lewis, you can do whatever you want with this. Fuck it. He went, weird question, but Oscar, do you have a Christmas jumper I can borrow for Friday? And I went, I have 3. I have one currently, and I've got 2 more upstairs. I need to get more. There was a Junji Ito one in Forbidden Planet with, do you know the horror manga artist, Junji Ito? You might have seen some concept stuff. I had one of his frames on the BETHANY mood board, type of thing. But there was a Christmas jumper of one of his stuff. £40. I'm like, I'm maybe not. Maybe not.
You're good, man. I'm all right.
To which I went, I have 3. And then Lewis went, are they school appropriate? I may not be allowed to wear your I smash pussy one. Right. And first of all, I do not have an I smash pussy jumper.
Do you own that? I was going to say.
I can barely do it, Robbie. Never mind wear it. And then...
Is it at least a Christmas one where it's like the word ice and then mash and then pussy?
I smash pussy.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that needs to be a shirt.
Exactly, get on a shirt.
I smash pussy.
Yeah, fantastic.
It only rings and people said when they read it, I smash pussy. I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's there you go.
It only does a tune if someone unzips your fly. And it gets really, really sad if you go to a urinal for a piss. You unzip it and you go, oh, yeah, do the tune, but you know.
But it's not. But it's not that.
It's not that.
Jesus Christ! By the end of this episode, Robbie, we're gonna get.
Was that a good joke? I don't even know if that's a good joke.
I don't know what the I smash pussy.
The urinal bit, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've lost.
What have we been watching? What have we been watching this Christmas season, Robbie? Should we get onto that section of it?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, sure. I've been watching absolutely nothing Christmassy thus far. I watched. Me and Julia watched. Actually, yes, no, I have watched a Christmas thing. Here we go. Boom! I've got something to add to this segment of the show. Me and Julia watched the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Oh yeah.
And boy, is it a 45 minutes of filmed content that exists in the world. My goodness gracious, it sure is. Do you know what it suffers from? What it suffers from for me is 2 things specifically. I think if you just want to watch a 45-minute thing and turn your brain off and have a good time, then it's fine for that. Yeah. It's Christmassy and it's nice and it's whatever. And you know, what I think it suffers from is that the same thing that the MCU keeps doing is that it focuses on Drax and Mantis, and they're the 2 characters. So it's Dave Bautista and Pom Clementine. Is that her name? Yeah. They travel down to Earth, and the whole thing basically revolves around them. What your issue is there is that those 2 characters are comic relief characters. So it does the same thing that the MCU has been doing recently, where everyone's a comic relief character. There's no straight men. It's just watching idiots do things, and you're like, it just gets a bit grating. And there's a point in it where Mantis says, to Drax, he does something stupid or something, and she goes, "I wish I bought Groot," and I said, "Me too. I also wish you brought Groot." To be honest, just leave Dave at home because he's been poorly written since the first movie. There, I said it. He was great. He was great in the first movie, and every single movie since Guardians of the Galaxy 1, he's been written like a fucking moron. I
walk for miles inside this bed of
I don't
danger.
care. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, it's fine. They drop some lore stuff in, so it makes it feel like it exists because they needed a few story things set up before Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out. One, they've bought that big skull planet off Benicio del Toro, and they're making it up for refugees and stuff or something. So I imagine they'll start off doing that in the 3rd movie. 2, Mantis and Peter Quill are brother and sister. Bizarre, absolutely bizarre. They're half siblings, so Kurt Russell is both of their dads. So the implication being the reason she was on Kurt Russell planet in the second movie is because she was his daughter. Questions arise as, well, Peter was the only one that survived because he was the only person that could harness that power that Kurt Russell had. So why is Mantis there and not dead? Or did he just have her to have a servant? I don't know. But it's fine because it makes for a nice moment at the end where she tells him and he's like, oh, that's the best Christmas gift I could have asked for and whatever. They do some horrendous looking rotoscope animation.
Oh no.
It's awful. It looks horrific, and it's like flashback sequences to when Chris Pratt was a kid and Yondu's there, and Michael Rooker, and he's there and he's knocking about, and it's Yondu ruined Christmas for Peter when he was a kid, and then at the end it reveals that he didn't actually ruin Christmas. He got him his blasters for Christmas or whatever, which is nice and heartwarming, but also fucking ugly. And I was kind of watching it and going, hey, you had all of them there on set to film it so that you could animate over the top. I would have much rather just seen Michael Rooker again.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing some horrible looking animation. But all in all, it's fine. Watch it for a bit of fun. It is what it is. Kevin Bacon's in it and he does a good job. Whatever. Continue. What have you been watching over this Christmas period, sir?
I'll talk about the Christmassy things I've so far watched, and then I'll go into some of the non-Christmassy things. Just to throw in there. The first Christmas film I watched this year was I stuck on Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas as recommendation by Joseph Caslin. Big fan of. I watched this as a kid anyway, and I fucking love it. It's like just over an hour long, so it's like it's not going to take up too much time on my day, and it gives me exactly the type of Christmas tone that I want. Are you aware of this film, Robbie?
I've never seen this film, so I am not aware.
You got 3 sections in it, and they all tie into Christmas. The first section is like Scrooge is with Donald Duck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and nice. It's like a thing where Huey, Dewey, and Louie go like, "I wish it could be Christmas every day," and it's a Groundhog Day thing. And then they realize, and then Donald Duck throws the turkey up in the air, lands on his head. He's like, "Ah, fuck you!" And then was it Dave
Donald Duck of it?
Yeah, go on.
Like that.
Yeah, and then is it Daisy Duck or whatever? It's like, Donald, leave the kids alone, and he's like, they fucking ruined everything, whatever. It's like that, and, and then by the end of it, so, they realize, oh no, the true meaning of Christmas isn't about getting presents; it's about family. They have a proper Vin Diesel moment, and then
and such.
The second section is with Goofy and his son Max. And it's with Max coming to think of like, is Santa real? Isn't he? And it's all that type of thing.
He's not. Sorry,
he has a bit of an I mean, I'm not going to spoil the film, but he has a bit of an Is that like a child's first like instance of an existential crisis? Is when they discover Santa isn't real. Like, wait, what? Everything I thought that was real isn't. It's a bit,
everything's a lie.
It's quite an earth-shattering moment for a child, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like one of our lecturers said he doesn't want to like say Santa's real because he doesn't believe in lying to children, and then to which
lied to me for 3 years. So
he didn't lie to you. He told you.
That's what it is.
He told you very much the truth from his point of view to you. But let's move on. Let's quickly move on.
First of all, fuck that guy. I don't care if it's Christmas. I don't care if it's Christmas. Fuck that guy. We can cut this out.
Oh no. But in my head, I'm like, no, people should tell kids that Santa's real because they need that magic, and when they come face to face with it not being real, that's when they need to be like, wait, what? It could go one or two ways. It could be really disappointing, or it could be like, I knew it. Either way, both instances are important in life. You either need to be like, wait, what? Everything's a lie, or you need to be, I figured that out. So, keep the magic going. It's fun.
Please.
The Keep Santa Alive society. That's like, that's what we do. What was I saying?
Mickey.
Oh yeah, Mickey. So there's that, and then the final bit is between Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, and Mickey's a broke ass motherfucker, and he can't afford to buy Minnie a present, but he's wicked at the harmonica, and that's all I'll say.
What?
He's a fucking killer harmonica player, and all I'm saying is Disney have yet to achieve that level of magic warmth in a fucking long ass time. The film came out in 1999, and all I'm saying is, come on, Disney, get back with the times. Bring Mickey back. Actually, no, don't. You'll fuck him up.
Don't bother.
You'll horrifically ruin the boy.
Yeah.
We're bringing a live action Mickey Mouse. No.
And it's voiced by Chris Pratt.
It's just, hey guys, hey Pluto, let's go.
I hate it so much.
Chris Pratt will be relevant in another film coming up in a bit.
Oh God.
I watched Violent Night in the cinema a few days ago.
I'm going to see that this weekend. How is it, sir?
It is completely fine and serviceable. It's a film that I'll forget existed in a few months, and it'll be a film that next year when scrolling on Now TV, I'll see it. I'm like, yeah, I'll stick that on when I'm wrapping presents just to have on. Like, it's
would you recommend instead saving our money, going to some cocktail bars, going back to the hotel, getting in a duvet, and watching Miracle on 34th Street?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, well,
definitely do. Wait, were you thinking of going to see Violent Night on your weekend out?
Yeah, on our weekend away anniversary do.
No. Violent Night was a night that me and Lewis saw that in Showcase just on a casual. Should we do it? I go, yeah, sure. And then we just went and just watched it, and then we were both perfectly satisfied with it. But
how is David Harbour? Is he a good Santa Claus?
He's the best part of it. I'm not sure if I would say he embodies Santa, but he definitely embodies a kick-ass motherfucker.
Cool. Is John Leguizamo any good?
Oh, I loved him in it, man. He's really cool.
Yeah.
His codename's Scrooge.
Very good.
So
very good.
And I discovered this in the trailer. One of the producers is David Leitch, which I'm like, of course. It's a fun little Christmas action flick. That's cool. That's fine. It's fine, but no, I would definitely say if you were gonna, if it was gonna be an anniversary night, do not. That it's not, just as I said,
don't waste it on that.
Just go to a cocktail, as you said, go to a cocktail bar, have a nice time there, go back to the hotel, snuggle up and watch Miracle on 34th Street. That would be the best time you can have. I also need to tell you something. Hang on, no. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you an image that I sent Joe. You're not going to read it out.
Christ. Okay.
And we'll discuss this after we stop recording.
Well, this is very exciting.
But I want people to see.
Goddamn seat.
But I want people to see your reaction to this. Hang on, it's sent. Send it to you through Facebook.
Go on. Okay. You continue talking.
So yeah, Violent Night was a film that existed. And I'm just kind of watching Robbie as he's looking through this, actually. I have curiosity. If I have to cut this or speed this, I might. But I'm going to take another sip of my wine as this is happening.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Was it? It's a good one, innit?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's a good one, innit? The last line of that photo that I sent to Robbie was, "Why do I even bother dating? Trying to date." That was it. Why do we bother trying to date? And we'll go on from that. The other Christmas film that I watched, which is one that I kind of want to talk about a bit more in depth. Last night I watched the original Black Christmas for the manyth time, from the same director as A Christmas Story. And Black Christmas, for many who don't know, is my favorite horror film ever, my all-time favorite. And I got reassured with that choice watching this time around. It's a film that, again, kind of want to talk about on one of the Christmas specials when we get to it. So we won't get too much into it, but I still fucking love it, man. Still fucking love it. It's great. It has filmmaking bits where I'm like, oh, that's so good. And there's moments where I'm like, that's funny and daft. And I generally am howling laughing. But class flick. I was, because I was going to back to back that film and the first remake, because I haven't seen the first remake, so I wanted to back to back them. But then it got late, and I thought, I'm going to be too tired, so I just won't bother. And then I haven't got to it. So I haven't properly delved into Christmas viewing yet. My plan is I want to watch the remake of the first remake of Black Christmas. Fuck the new remake. Jesus Christ. Top 5 worst films ever for me, man. That is it's so bad. And I also want to watch the Christmas Story sequel. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
But what's on my stack? I've got a few films on my stack of films that aren't necessarily Christmas films, but they are wintry films as well.
Yeah.
That I've heard are good to watch round Christmas time. Like David Fincher's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
Is a film that I've not seen. It's the only Fincher film I haven't seen. And I've seen the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoos, so I thought, well,
might as well.
I'll watch that. I like Daniel Craig being a bit of a detective.
Yeah. Can't argue with it.
And I like Rooney Mara. And I like Rooney Mara, full stop.
Yeah. So
speaking of such, have you seen the posts?
Oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, speaking of Rooney Mara, have you seen the poster for the new Ari Aster film?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. Joaquin Phoenix, the movie. Or whatever.
Yeah.
No title on the poster, just Joaquin Phoenix in fucking massive letters.
Disappointment Boulevard, my guy.
No, it's not called Disappointment Boulevard anymore. I googled it. The title's been changed.
Has it?
This is the thing that right, okay, give me a second. I'll find out the new title because it's not on the poster, which is why I was so angry about this. They've changed the title, not put it on the poster, just put Joaquin Phoenix name in big letters, and then release what the new title is in like fucking press release. It doesn't have the new title on the poster. It just says Joaquin Phoenix in fucking massive letters, and then they released what the
is it Beau is Afraid? Is it Beau is Afraid?
Yeah, right. It's Beau is Afraid. The title
because A24 have posted that with in the description saying Joaquin Phoenix, Ari Aster, Joaquin Phoenix next year. Beau is Afraid. So
yeah.
Hey, I'll watch it.
Well, of course you are. I imagine it'll be a movie that I don't like. So I'll watch it, but I imagine I won't like it. But we'll see.
It'll be an Ari Aster film that I hope to God destroys my emotions because I'll say it. That was my big thing to you. It's like Midsummer was legitimately the breakup film I needed in that time. Like at that exact moment in my life, I needed that film in my life, and I'm like, did exactly what I wanted. And did a lot for me, which I think resonates, which I think says a lot about me. And says, oh, I need to talk to you about, because I just want your opinion on this script that for the next short film I'm doing. I've got, to put it blunt, I've written like a 12-page script that's like a possession horror film. And I've asked Jess to, if she would be interested in being it. And I sent her the script today, and she got back to me. She went, "Oh, thanks," and then then she read it, and then she got back to me saying, exactly verbatim, "Whoa, that's dark, but I love it. It looks sick." So I'm
nice.
So I'm like,
send it over, man. I'll give it a read. I need to send you something. To be honest, I've yet to finish it. I've got it all. I've gone through that stage that I do where I just scribble fucking endlessly in a notebook until everything's figured out before I ever start typing because the typing is the worst bit. I'm all done with that and I've typed out the first scene. So when that's done, I'll send it your way.
Cool.
I hope, fingers crossed, you're gonna like it more than you usually like my stuff.
Because I do like your stuff a lot, man.
That's not to say that you don't like my stuff, but it's also real sad at the end.
Nice.
But I'm trying to strike a balance in this one between it's funny and it's my kind of jokes and comedy and whatever. But then it really kicks you in the dick at the end.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Interesting.
But we'll see.
Interesting. But I've got the other films. So I've got like Girl Dragon Tattoo that I want to watch this year.
Yeah.
I've got Let the Right One In.
Nice.
Which is another film I haven't seen, but I've heard is really good. Well, I got Hugo on my stack of films, which I like a lot. What?
Not for
What?
me, man.
Ah.
Not for me, man.
Ah.
I mean, I saw it when I was a child, and for it being Martin Scorsese's movie that he made for children, as a child, I thought it fucking sucked, and I've never seen it since. So
it was my first. That was my first Scorsese. So I would have been 16. So at that age, I wasn't of age to watch any of his other films that were 18 rated, really. So I was like, well, this then. And I saw it in 3D, the best 3D film that I've seen. Fuck you, James Cameron. And oh yeah, that's it.
Everything you stand for, Jim.
That's out this week. Avatar 2's out this week.
Boy, is it. I'm very excited about it, but I'm going to temper my expectations.
Oh, I'm so hyped to be sat in the cinema for 4 hours. That's
it's
including
not 4 hours long.
No, it's 4 hours including all the adverts. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes long.
Wow.
I'm thinking about the fucking adverts that we're going to be
fair
sitting
enough.
through. There's that. I got Phantom Thread because I haven't seen that since the cinema. I feel like you would find that really boring, but
I've never seen it and never planned to because I imagine it would suck. I mean, it's probably really good and really well made, but I would hate it, I imagine.
And then the last film I've got on the stack, but it's not the last one I want to watch. I've got The Grand Budapest Hotel because I feel that would be a good Christmas watch.
That's good.
But I've been trying to chop away because I've got the Ingmar Bergman Criterion box set, which has got like all of his fucking films. God, that was a pretty penny. That was a pretty penny.
Yeah,
so
I can imagine.
So I've been trying to chop away of his films over the last like year or so. Like over the last year, I watched Wild Strawberries, The Seventh Seal, Persona, fucking what was it? Winter's Light was one.
Yeah.
And last month, or at the beginning of this month, I watched Scenes from a Marriage for the first time, the TV version, not the film version, which I know fucking recently there was a remake of that show, of that miniseries, HBO show with Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain. I heard it was really good, but I watched the fucking Ingmar Bergman original version, which is mental to me because it's a 5-hour-long episode. So it's like each episode's an hour long, and there's 5 episodes in the TV of the TV version of Scenes from a Marriage. But there's a theatrical version, which is about 3 hours. So I'm like, and I watched the TV version. I'm like, what the fuck could you have cut from that?
Yeah.
Like to make so I'm interested, but I'm watching. But the point that I'm trying to make of that is for Christmas time, I want to watch Fanny and Alexander. Not sure if you heard of it. I don't know anything about it. I've heard it's a good Ingmar. It's Ingmar Bergman's last film. That in a similar way he did a TV version, but then they also did a film version. So, but I want to watch the TV version because I've heard just that's the version Ingmar Bergman wanted to be released anyway.
Right. Okay.
And all I know is it follows a family, and I've heard, and it's on many Letterboxd lists of Christmas films to watch that aren't conventional Christmas films. So I'm like, well, what better way to watch it for the first time than that? So that's my plan to watch Fanny and Alexander as well. So that's me being a proper little fucking cinephile for Christmas.
Very nice.
Oh, and I also watched Autumn Sonata for the first time, which is Ingmar Bergman's film that's set within the autumn, which is like a bit under an hour and a half. So it's a really good, quick watch. And it's right up my alley in the sense of there's just a lot of two people talking.
Fair enough.
And to be fair, that's a lot of Scenes from a Marriage as well. Scenes from a Marriage is just a lot of two people talking. Imagine the argument scene in Marriage Story, but 5 times, really.
Jesus.
So, but not all of it is argument, but it's that type of vibe and shit. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my Christmas viewing. But the other thing I watched, this is not Christmas viewing that I watched. I somehow managed to sit down at a certain collective of the Oakroyd, and we watched Her.
Please tell me Tyler wasn't there.
I was sat next to Tyler.
You're taking the fucking piss. Tyler McCulloch has seen her.
Tyler McCulloch has seen her.
That's such a fucking cursed image in my mind. Him watching that movie doesn't make any sense to me at all. That does not compute. Him watching anything except the Bratz movie doesn't make any sense to me in my brain. Christ. What did he think of that? He hated it.
No, overall, it was me, Ellie, Tyler, and Kate, and a few people popped in and saw bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Jonathan and Anna came in during the first sex scene where it's him and Kristen Wiig. You know the choke me with a dead cat.
Yeah.
They saw that.
Yeah.
They saw that one. And Angus, what did Angus see? Angus came down and I think it was a really like emotional moment in the film as well. It wasn't like one of these daft ones. I think it was like one of these ones where it was like just after the surrogate partner thing. I think it was like just then or something. But yeah, no, overall, it felt like an overall success. None of them hated it. There was points where they were talking at the film, but more so as like a point of like they seemed invested in the story to the point of where Tyler was like, wait, so she's just a prostitute. Wait, what? And then
yeah, okay.
There was a point where you know when they're on the beach and then
But what did he think about the film?
Hey, so we watched her because the first fucking joke came up, being like, "Oh, is it black and white, Oscar? Is it black and white?" You're not funny. You're not fucking funny anymore. You were never funny, Tyler. And anyone else who made the joke, you're not funny. I don't laugh at it. I don't laugh not because I'm hurt by it, but because it's not funny. It just isn't.
Boom.
And then Jesus, yeah. But then there was a point where like the film ended and we were chatting for a bit, and then Tyler once again made a black and white joke, and I went, Tyler, we literally just sat and watched my favorite film, and it's very not black and white. It really is. It's very colourful, Tyler. Actually, yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it was okay. But like, but the impression I got from him, the film ended. Yeah. All three of them were like, "That was very good." The joke at first, because I had to preface it and went like, "Right, just so the three of you know, this isn't a happy film. We're not going to be sat having a whale of a time watching this. Just so you know."
Yeah, just so you're aware, this it's actually real sad.
And then to which then Kate was like, "What, are we gonna cry or something?" I went, "Well, depending on the day, I might."
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is when I'm sat next to Tyler McCulloch, tears are not shedding at all.
I don't get it, that guy.
I'm not getting in that space watching her while I'm sat next to Tyler, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah.
Is all I'm saying. To which I think Ellie Ellie said she got emotional at one point. So I'm like, "Oh, cool,
right. Nice." Oh, okay, and fair enough.
So yeah. I think all of them felt the vibe of it. Kate went to me, "That's a very good film," and I went, "I will admit, it didn't become my favorite film until like my third or fourth viewing." And she went, "Yeah, I can see that." I'm like, "Okay." So for a first viewing, all of them seemed fine with it. And it's not like I showed the film expecting them to be like, "I see what you mean, Oscar. It blew my mind." It's like, look, my pitch to all that lot with that film was always right. If you want a better understanding of me, her is a very good gateway to that.
Yeah.
I never present the film as in, it's the best thing ever. I go, it's my favorite film, and if you want a better understanding of me, that's a good gateway to it. Otherwise, let's go for it. So,
yeah, exactly.
So part of me is wondering, like, what they all walked away with from what perception. What perception?
Bloody hell.
That was her and the Aykroyd lot. That made it sound like I brought. That made me sound like I brought a lass in to introduce. That was her and Aykroyd. From the photo that I sent you, Robbie, I definitely didn't.
Yeah. God bless you. Yeah, I mean, what am I going to be watching this Christmas? I'm gonna be watching Pinocchio at some point.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that. Yeah.
I'll be watching that at some point. I will see Violent Night at some point. I will be watching one of the Doctor Who Christmas specials, probably multiple. I'll watch Capaldi's one, The Husbands of River Song, because everyone's been banging on Twitter about how good it is, and I remember it being fine when it first aired. I haven't seen it since, so I might watch that tonight, actually. I'm in a Christmassy mood. And obviously, as per, I'll be watching the Christmas Carol episode of Doctor Who because it's fucking peak television. There you go.
I think my December is also going to consist of me catching up with all the films I wanted to watch this year to make the list.
Oh yeah, mine will be. I'll be watching Top Gun.
You still haven't seen that?
Because I still haven't seen Top Gun. Apologies.
I was talking to Leo about that on our way to the wrestling show last time. We were like, it's just fucking class. It's just,
He was trying to make me watch it when I was in Hartlepool, but we didn't get time.
Remember when we were in Nando's at that one point, I was trying to convince you and Reese, let's not see Jurassic World 3, let's go see Top Gun 2. It'll be better. Yeah. And Reese went, I'm not really fussed on Top Gun. I went, no, I know, but
you were right. But I did need to see that movie.
No, I understand. To be fair, we made it a good time with the three of us.
Yeah.
In all honesty, we did.
Yeah, we did have a good time. I needed to know it was awful, or I couldn't have slept properly. But yeah, I'll be watching the Christmas Carol episode .2 because I watch it every year and it's great Christmas viewing. Do you want to see Michael Gambon, Dumbledore himself, as an Ebenezer Scrooge? Cause you fucking do.
Sure.
What a stupid thing. If you won't have seen it, I imagine. Please, over this Christmas period, take an hour out of your time and just watch it. It's the best. It's the best iteration of the Christmas Carol story ever.
Okay.
There, I said it. It is. It's better than the one where Jim Carrey's playing everyone. What do you want?
I was thinking,
which is my other favorite version.
I was literally just about to say I might stick that on this year because I've taken a break from that over the last few years.
I'll be watching it because I watch it every Christmas. I love that film.
We used to, but then I got a bit overloaded with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Believe it or not, Neil, my dad of all people, is the one that was the most assisted. He was the most assistant on it. He was like,
"It's weird.
Let's watch it."
Yeah. So weirdly enough, so is my dad. He's the one in our family that's the most like, well, it's Christmas, so we've got to watch that film.
Does he quote
every year without fail?
Does he quote anything from it?
No, the one that my dad makes us watch every year, because sometimes we can miss a Christmas Carol, but the only one he makes us watch every year, which he does quote, not just at Christmas but all year round, is
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, every fucking year. I love that movie, so can't argue with it. But you know,
now my dad always every now and then goes tuppence every now and then. I'm like, he always does it. I'm like, okay. So I might have to stick that on again this year. It's been a while. It's been a long time. It's been a good few years since I last watched it.
Yeah, it's a very good one.
I have a nostalgic attachment to it. I do. Yeah. Do you have anything else Christmassy to talk about there?
I've just got a Christmas Tyler's Tale, I'm afraid.
Before we get to the Christmas Tyler's Tale, I want to say this, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Golden Globe nominations were announced.
Oh, boy, were they? Do you want me to get them up? Because I've got really speedy access to these.
Hang on.
I have them open.
You froze.
Okay.
No, I've got them.
You've got them there?
I've got, yeah.
Okay, let's speed round them and say what our picks are.
What we want?
We'll do a combo of what we want and what will.
Okay. Have you seen them?
I've seen most of them, yeah.
Okay, right. I'm going from bottom to top. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Best non-English language film?
No idea. Hit me.
I'll
pick the best name.
There's All Quiet on the Western Front, which I still need to watch.
Okay. I do need to watch that.
One on Netflix.
Yeah.
Argentina, 1985. I don't know that one.
No idea.
Close from Belgium. Don't know that one. Decision to Leave, the Park Chan-wook film. talked about. I talked about.
Oh,
it,
I
Robbie.
know you talked about it, but I haven't seen it. I have no opinions on it.
And RRR, that Indian film that's on Netflix,
yeah,
which I've heard so much about.
Amazing. I've heard it's the best thing that's ever happened to the world.
It's on Netflix. That's high up on, but it's 3 hours long, so I need to find time in my day to fucking watch it. I think Decision to Leave's winning.
I think All Quiet on the Western Front will get it. I've heard incredible things about it, and I need to watch it.
I've heard it's visually beautiful. I will say that. I've heard, again, that's both All Quiet on the Western Front and RRR are on my watch list for the best animated feature. Do we need to say them? But I'll read them out.
Yeah, go on.
You got Pinocchio, as in Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
It's that one.
It's that one.
It's that one, but read the rest out anyway.
Inu O. Don't know.
No idea.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on, which I want to fucking see.
I want to see it so bad. I want it so badly.
I don't think it's had a UK release.
No, I don't think it has. If it has, it's been discreet.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
I've heard it's incredible.
Sure, fuck
I don't know what I've heard. It's fucking amazing, but I haven't seen it.
And Turning Red, which is a film that exists.
Get it in the fucking bin. Sucks.
It's gonna be Pinocchio, and I've seen zero of those. No, I've seen Turning Red, and I'm not saying that to win.
Yeah.
Is there a
Disney make a movie where all your characters aren't fucking insufferable? Challenge. You go first. Sorry. Continue.
Is there a point reading Best Original Song? I'll read it anyway.
Yeah, go on. Fuck it.
Taylor Swift did one for When the Crawdads Sing.
I imagine she did. Bizarre.
There's a song in Pinocchio that's nominated. The Lady Gaga song from Top Gun 2.
Probably that one.
Which is, I'm gutted it's not the One Republic one that was on the beach.
That's the best one.
I know.
It's the best one.
I'm calling Gary out because I mentioned it to many people, and this is exactly what happened when I mentioned it to Kate. When I exchanged my Spotify Wrapped, I messaged Gary going, "This is a bit sad," because my Spotify Wrapped was 4 emo songs and a song from Inside Llewyn Davis. To which then Gary went, "No, this is embarrassing," and it was just 5 songs from the Top Gun soundtrack.
Very
and
good.
then to which then Kate was like, "Please tell me one of them was at least the one from One Republic." I went, "No, that was nowhere near it." Yeah, he listened to the Lady Gaga song and 4 pieces of the score.
What the fuck?
So yeah. Oh, and there's a song from Wakanda Forever.
Oh god, alright, yeah.
Rihanna.
Yeah, she did a song for the credits.
And there's a song from RRR which is nominated, which part of me is like, that would be funny if that won. Don't have an opinion on any of them.
No, I don't.
You got Best Original Score. You've got Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, The Fabelmans, Pinocchio, and Women Talking. That's it.
I've seen one of those movies and I don't remember the score of it. So,
Banshees of Inisherin had a good score, man. What do you mean? Oh, dude.
I don't even vaguely remember it.
I'm hearing that's the favorite to win. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that overall. But I mean, Babylon has a big score, so that has a chance. Fabelmans is a John Williams, Steven Spielberg score, so that is a possibility. Pinocchio is Alexandra Desplat doing a Guillermo del Toro film, so that's a possibility. Yeah. And Women Talking is a score by Hilda, the woman who did Joker. So
okay.
I don't actually know, but
yeah, it could be any of them.
Best screenplay. Here we go, Robbie.
Oh yeah.
We got The Banshees of Inisherin. We've got Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Fabelmans, Tar, and Women Talking. Personally, I would be fine if it was Banshees or Everything Everywhere. I'd be fine either or.
Banshees.
Banshees is more of a screenplay film. Everything Everywhere is a director film. That's where.
Yeah.
That is what I was saying. And moving on from that, the director nominations are for this one is James Cameron for Avatar 2. I mean,
You're a shit bloke, James.
I mean, the film hasn't come out. We could watch that film and go, "It's the best film of the year." We won't, but we could. We don't know.
We certainly could.
Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once is nominated, which I am elated with. The fact that they're nominated, the fact that this film is,
cool.
the fact that this film is an awards contender, is amazing to me. It's absolutely amazing to me. You got Baz Luhrmann for Elvis, which
fucking get in the bin. Get in the bin, you stupid fucking no.
Martin McDonough for Banshees of Inisherin, and Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. This is going to be Spielberg's win.
What a beautiful man.
From my understanding, people are saying The Fabelmans is really good, but it's going to be, but Spielberg's the star of the film, basically. So, if anything,
about him.
That's what I mean. So if anything, people are going to say this is it. The director category is Spielberg's to lose.
Yeah.
Which sure, can't wait to see the film. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so fucking excited about
it. Supporting actress. This is in any genre. You've got Angela Bassett in Wakanda Forever. No. Kerry Condon in The Banshees of Inisherin. Definitely yes.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Everything Everywhere. I would have said Stephanie Sue. I would have, but do you know what I mean? This is my confusing point.
Yeah,
I was like, I mean, she was good in the film, but she wasn't. She wasn't.
Yeah, she's not like amazing.
Like it's Stephanie Sue. That's supporting actress. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like it's Dolly DeLeon from Triangle of Sadness, which Robbie hasn't seen, but I'll say,
I haven't seen it.
But I'll say it's a very interesting choice. And Carey Mulligan in She Said, which, cool, fine. She Said it's the one about exposing Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, okay.
It's the one with Zoe Kazan and Carey Mulligan.
No idea, but sure.
It's a good evening drama, is how I describe it. Cool. You know how I described Bad Education, the one with Hugh Jackman, how it's like, you can just sit down and chill with that.
Yeah,
it's one of that. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Come on, Kerry Condon. Come on.
Yeah, Kima.
I think she has a good chance to win. I think Banshees of Inisherin might be the big favorite for award season, Robbie.
I hope so. Which
I'll love a Mark McDonough film.
Yeah.
I was there for 3 billboards, but then it was Guillermo with Shape of Water was beating it for Best Picture. Fucking Get Out won screenplay over it, which I like Get Out, but come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Supporting actor, you've got Brendan Gleeson in Banshees.
Yeah.
You've got Barry Keoghan in Banshees.
Nice. Brad
Pitt in Babylon. We'll see. He looks like he's just doing Brad Pitt. He looks like
I am so unimpressed with everything I've seen about that film. But I love Damien Chazelle, so I'll hold out hope. But it looks like he's making the same movie again.
I mean, look at what we when we talked about the trailer. Literally, see what we said about that. Yeah. I think we talked about it in 7 Year Itch. I think that was the.
I think so. There's been another trailer since then, and it's still.
It
still looks like he's still doing the. Artist really wants to make it in their specific field, and they do it so hard that they push all their family away and whatever. It's the same movie again. Whatever.
Ki-Hee Kwan for Everything Everywhere. Come on, the boy.
Excuse me.
I said, come on, the boy. That's what.
If you like.
That was legitimately our reaction after walking out of Everything Everywhere. We were like, this man's a treasure. This man needs to be in everything.
I love him.
Why isn't he in the new Indiana Jones as well?
Maybe he is.
He's not going to be.
I don't think he will be, but I wish he was.
But I think, wasn't that the Daniels basic thing where it's like, I mean, if you're going to do an Indiana Jones pass off, why not just bring him back and bring Short Round back? Because look at him.
Look at him. He's amazing. God, I love him so much.
He's an absolute treasure. And the other nominate. Oh, yeah, he is in that, isn't he? Yeah. And then the last nomination for supporting actor is Eddie Redmayne for The Good Nurse. This man, Eddie Redmayne is my Chris Martin. As in, what Chris Martin is to you, Eddie Redmayne is to me.
He is the lingering fart of Hollywood.
Yeah, no, he really is.
He's just there and stale.
I remember when... Oh, hang on a minute. I'll wait till we've stopped freezing and clashing here.
Hello? Oh, fucking connection's gone, K-Com.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Hello?
You're back? You're back?
I'm back.
Okay,
in business.
Cool. I remember when he won Best Lead Actor for Theory of Everything over Michael Keaton, and I just remember thinking to myself, why? And how many years have passed now? 7? No, hang on. 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah. Roughly 8 years have passed. Yeah, 8 years have passed since that moment, and I'm still sour about it. It still doesn't make sense.
No, it's still bullshit.
And he hasn't done anything. Eddie Redmayne has not done anything to where I've been, oh, yeah. No, that's not true. That's not true. The one time where I've been, okay, I can see it, was his role in the Trial of Chicago 7. The only time I've been like, oh, yeah, but he hasn't done anything. Again, I haven't seen The Good Nurse. He could be amazing, but the fact I haven't been hearing about it says something.
It leads me to believe.
Best actor. Who's winning supporting actor? Are we saying Ke Huy Quan?
Yeah, I hope so. Him thingy. Mad-Eye Moody. I can't remember his name. Yeah, him.
I think it's going to be like an Irishman situation where, you know how Pacino and Pesci were always nominated, so they end up cancelling each other out, and Pitt was just also the winner. I think it's going to be the same thing where people don't know whether to pick Brendan or Barry, so they're just going to go, Ke Huy Quan. I think it's going to be like that with it.
I hope so.
I mean, the fact if that performance in that film gets an Oscar, love it, would love it. Best actress in a musical or comedy, you've got Leslie Manville in Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. This feels like did Julia watch this and love it?
Yes, she did. Of course she fucking did. Her and her mum went cinema to see it.
Of course.
Absolutely loved it.
I can't even picture the film. And I saw the title, and I saw the title, I went, so did Julia like this?
A lady goes to Paris to get a specific dress that she wants, and she's an old lady, and she's an old, lovely, wholesome English lady.
Well, wasn't Julia also really anticipating the Duke?
Yes, she was. Yeah.
Wasn't she like holding out for that the same way we were holding out for the Batman?
Yeah, I bought her the Blu-ray for her birthday, and I don't know if she's watched it yet. I have absolutely no idea. I've heard nothing about it.
Your girlfriend's a very interesting character, is all I'm saying.
Either she did watch it and was unbelievably upset and just doesn't want to talk about it, or she hasn't watched it yet.
Julia gives off the impression of if Aardman molded a person and Wes Anderson made it an actual real human being.
Yeah,
it
was raised by Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
Julia is. It's a strange one because she dresses and presents herself as an incredibly edgy, cool.
Does she?
Indie lady. Yeah, she's wearing fucking Harrington jackets and cool vintage jeans and whatever. And then she'll be anxiously anticipating the new Jim Broadbent film and rush into the cinema because Judi Dench is in something or whatever.
Yeah. Belfast was her Avengers. Jesus Christ.
It fucking was. She was so excited about Belfast. She loved it.
I mean, when you told me Belfast is like one of her favourites, I could understand why that's her. While I'm looking at you and going, I really was not fucking with that film.
Yeah.
I
loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
You see that? A black and white film I didn't like. Shut up.
Some of it was in colour.
For a reason. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Not enough of a reason.
You fucking melon.
Right, so Leslie Manville is nominated for Best Lead Actress in a musical comedy. Who else is nominated in this category, Robbie, in the Golden Globes? We've got Margot Robbie in Babylon.
Fuck off.
We've got Anya Taylor-Joy in The Menu, which I heard was good. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. You got Emma Thompson in Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. You know what this is?
No.
Julie didn't see it because Emma Thompson?
No.
Okay.
No. No, as much as you'd think. Should be on it. Should be all over it, mate. But
did she see Matilda?
No, we've yet to see Matilda.
Oh, okay.
I was meant to see it last weekend, but I didn't
go. And Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere. Give that woman the award. Give that woman the award.
Sorry, my cushion's falling off my chair.
Jesus, how could it?
Because we've been recording for 3 hours and fucking whatever, however long we've been recording.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're almost there. It's the Christmas special. We can afford to do.
What do you want? Exactly.
I feel like more than any episode, this is so not the film we've talked about.
No, absolutely not. We've probably not talked about the film once.
I feel like we've clickbaited the fuck out of this. It was like, Christmas story, come and watch our discussion on this. And then it's like, then it becomes watch us dick about while drinking wine.
Exactly. It's not ideal.
I mean, this podcast will become whatever it becomes, is all I'm saying. But But again, as I said, it's the Christmas special. Maybe season 5 will be a bit more focused.
Yeah, maybe.
The best actor in a musical or comedy, Robbie, the nominations are for this one. We've got Diego Calva in Babylon. Sure. Daniel Craig in Glass Onion.
Yes, that one. That one every day of the goddamn week.
Hang on, we're not done yet, Robbie. We got Adam Driver in White Noise, which I've yet to see.
Heard it's shit.
I've heard it's okay.
I've heard it's very much not good, but here we are.
We got Colin Farrell and the Banshees of Inisherin. This is what I say. That guy, give it to that man.
I mean, I love him, yeah.
And then we got Rafe Fiennes in The Menu, which I've heard. Rafe. Rafe. So Colin Farrell's winning that one. Rafe.
He will never convince me that it's not Ralph.
He doesn't need to convince you. That's his name.
RALPH. Your name is Ralph. Stop trying to sound fancy by going by Rafe, you fucking melon.
Rafe.
What?
Nominations for Best Actress in a Drama, Robbie. Yeah. We've got Ana de Armas in Blonde, which is just which is just the most Golden Globe thing to ever happen. Which is just the most. Along with Elvis, this is the most Golden Globe thing.
Oh God, I've seen the fucking nominations for Elvis.
Kate Blanchett in Tar, which I've heard's good.
If you like.
We get that in January, I think. We've got Olivia Colman in Empire of Light, which I've heard's not a good film, but Sam Mendes and Roger Deakins are doing a film, so people are convinced it's an award contender.
Yeah,
but I've heard it's not good, which is a shame because 1917.
Yeah, I like Sam Mendes and I like Olivia Colman. I like Colin Firth.
I did, yeah. He did American Beauty, yeah, with that guy.
It's not what I meant.
He also did the best Bond film.
And then another one.
Yeah, and then Skyfall. No, I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. I was going to be so... Did you see my genuine gut reaction to that then?
I'm kidding. Yeah, Skyfall's the best Bond film. Spectre is a Bond film that exists.
Oh my God. You fucking sadist.
The other nomination also includes Viola Davis in The Woman King.
Sure.
Yeah. And Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans. Cool. I'm thinking maybe Kate Blanchett might win this. And
yeah, I'm thinking Michelle Williams.
Yeah, but that's what you want.
That was my John Wick. Did you like it?
Yeah, I'm thinking
Michelle Williams.
Did you see that? Did I send you that video of Keanu Reeves?
No.
Talking about his perfect Sunday?
I've seen it anyway. You haven't sent me it, but I have seen it. It's fucking marvelous. It's one of my favorite memes going around at the minute. Is whenever a trailer comes out, someone puts the meme of the I'm thinking 5 stars. It's just that screenshot from John Wick, and then I'm thinking, and then just the 5 stars thing on Letterboxd.
That man. I want to be that man. That's a man I want to be.
I want to give him a big old smooch.
Can Keanu Reeves fuck me?
Please. Please, can he?
Can I match with Keanu Reeves on Bumble and he actually talk to me?
God, that'd be good.
And
anyone, please.
Fucking hell. What's this become? What has this become?
This episode has devolved.
What have I become now that I betrayed everyone I've ever loved and pushed them all away?
Dear God.
I love Chris Jericho. Nominations for Best Actor in a Drama, Robbie, in the Golden Globes. We've got Austin Butler and Elvis. And yes, he is white.
Yes, you better believe he's white. Tom Hanks, what do we reckon? Yeah, he's definitely white.
Right, he was good in the film. I'll give him that.
He was in the film.
The film was Elvis, and he was Elvis. We got Brendan Fraser in The Whale, also known as The Winner. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to that one. Genuinely,
I hope it's good.
That could be a hit or miss for you. It's an A24 film directed by Darren Aronofsky, Robbie.
Yeah, and all anyone's been saying is that it's fucking harrowing. So I imagine I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah, but it won't be harrowing.
No, it'll just be sad. It'll just be upsetting.
And we'll all be happy that Brendan Fraser is back doing a good film. You know what I mean? That's what we'll be.
That's true. That's what I'm here for.
That's what we're here for, and that's what the awards are only nominating this fucking film for. But I hope Sadie Sink's also good in it.
I think she will be. She's usually good in it.
And also, I like Darren Aronofsky directing. I like his stuff. You know, you got Requiem for a Dream. You've got The Wrestler. You've got A Black Swan. You've got Mother with an exclamation mark.
Jesus.
Also nominated, you got Hugh Jackman for The Son, which is the spiritual successor to The Father. I'm not kidding there. It's not a sequel. Sure. It's not a sequel, but it's the same writer and director based on a play that he did. So like The Father.
Okay.
And I haven't heard many great things about it, so I'm a bit worried about the film.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Father yet, so
Father's really good. Father is solid, but I'm worried about The Son. We've got Living. Bill Nighy in Living.
Yeah.
Julie seen it?
No, but I've been wanting to see it. We've tried multiple times, but we can't find showings for it anywhere.
Do you know it's a remake of an Akira Kurosawa film?
I do indeed.
Yeah, so there you go. And you haven't seen said Akira Kurosawa film?
No, but I'll watch the Bill Nighy one. Was whoever was in the Akira Kurosawa one in Love Actually? If not, don't care.
Nobody was in Seven Samurai, so
was he in the best episode of Doctor Who? No.
All right.
Boom, roasted.
And the other nomination is Jeremy Pope from The Inspection. I don't fucking know.
Whatever you like.
It's going to Brendan Fraser.
It's Austin Butler for me.
But I want Austin Butler,
and he is white.
There's a lot of people out there saying I almost like decided, or I almost instinctively quoted Magic Mike 1, but doing an Elvis voice. I almost went like, the law says you can't touch, but I see a couple of lawbreakers up in here.
I'm gonna permanently ruin my accent for the rest of my life.
Allegedly.
Come on. Stop putting it on Austin, you fucking weirdo. What are you doing?
I've just got so into the character. I'm like, all right.
I got so into the character, I just can't stop doing it.
You can say, some would say, I ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah. Some would say Elvis is yet to leave the building.
Suspicious minds indeed. And the nominations for Best Musical or Comedy. We just stopped naming Elvis songs. Blue Christmas.
Some people would say he's always on my mind.
What are we, some kind of I Can't Stop Falling in Love with You? Or whatever the fuck the song.
I'll never walk alone as long as Elvis is in my brain.
God damn it. Best Musical or Comedy, Robbie. We've got We've got Babylon.
Yeah,
We've got Banshees of Inisherin. We've got
that one.
We've got Glass Onion.
Yeah, that one also.
We've got Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That one as well.
And we've got the Palme d'Or winner, Triangle of Sadness.
If you could split it into 3 and give it to the 3 good ones, that'd be class. Cheers.
Triangle of Sadness is good. This is the one with Woody Harrelson.
I haven't seen it.
It's the one I told you about where Woody Harrelson's a fucking...
he's on a boat and whatever.
Yeah.
Something about rich people are bad or something.
Yeah, basically. And we'll see what happens with Babylon. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll certainly have a look at it. Won't we?
But I think Banshees of Inisherin will win this. Personally.
I hope so.
I think so. Everything Everywhere is my favourite of the list, but I think Banshees will win it.
Fair enough.
And then Best Drama, Robbie. This is the lesser of the categories, is all I'm saying. We've got Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yes.
Yes!
Yes! Come on!
We've got Elvis, a film that changed cinema.
For the worse.
The Fabelmans.
Yeah, give it to that one.
Tar, and...
You're welcome.
And...
Sorry.
And Top Gun Maverick, which the fact that is nominated...
That's bizarre. The fact that it's been nominated for nothing else but original song, and then just randomly the best movie of the year, by the way.
But apparently Tom Cruise is because the Golden Globes have a thing against Tom Cruise because he gave back an award because he said fuck the Globes and he would have my award back or some shit. So I think the Globes are like, fuck Tom Cruise, but Top Gun Maverick fucked hard. So
that maybe slaps. What can I say?
So, but like, all I'm saying is Gary was right about Top Gun 2.
Boom. There it is.
You can go back to our end of when we did the top 10 films of the year. And we going through, of 2021, and we were going through the films that were coming out. We should revisit that. I should revisit that and compile what we said. And I remember we got Top Gun 2, and you went, terrible. What's even the point? And then I just hope it's good for Gary, but I don't have high hopes for it. The film came out.
How wrong were we?
The film came out. It's the highest gross film of the year, and it's an award contender.
And everybody loved it.
And it made...
Universally, everyone loved it.
No one went, that was shit. Everyone who saw it was like, yeah.
Good.
Good flick there. And to wrap up the intermission, this so long intermission, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. But it's Christmas. What are you going to do about it?
Exactly.
Tell us about Tyler.
Is it time for a Tyler's Christmas tale?
Should we get Tyler on the phone? No, we shouldn't.
No, he'll only dispute what I've written down as fact. So we join Tyler as he sits alone in his study.
Do you want to... hang on. Does this connect to when the last time we saw him? Because the last time we heard from Tyler is on... Right. The last time I saw Tyler was a very different situation.
Yeah, the last time we heard from him in the canon of the podcast.
Yes. The last time I saw Tyler, I kicked the head off Santa and he... That was the last time I saw Tyler.
And he cried like a baby.
Oh, he was gutted. No. No, stop, Oscar. But the last time we saw Tyler in the intermission canon was Reese Bruce gave him a Stanley knife in a fucking tunnel. And then in the Stanley knife, it had RT plus TM in a love heart crossed out. And then Tyler woke up thinking it was a dream, but then the Stanley knife was in his hand.
Yeah.
What happened?
So we find Tyler alone, sat in a big leather armchair in his study, fire crackling away.
And I'm gonna be finishing the bottle of wine now.
Finish the bottle for this. It's a lovely story. And he's in his Redcar Cricket Club dressing gown.
And he's got a dressing gown now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's eating chestnuts whole, not roasted. Doesn't get it at all.
Jesus.
And he goes, oh, he cracks his tooth. Oh, this is shit like. Doesn't understand the chestnuts thing at all. What a fucking idiot. Suddenly, the room starts to rattle. Oh, shit, what's happening? And from the floor appears a ghostly figure. Jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle. It's all covered in chains. It's Joseph Caslin in chains. And Tyler goes, "Oh, it's Joe. He's in chains. Must be Saturday then." Joe says, "Don't be a knobhead, Tyler." So he goes, "Tyler, you're going to be visited by 3 ghosts throughout the evening. So be prepared in that." And then he leaves. And Tyler thinks, "Fucking hell, that was a bit scary, like." About an hour or so later, Tyler doesn't really believe this, but about an hour or so later, another shake. Oh my God. And the shake is so hard that it dislodges one of Tyler's many hemorrhoids. He looks up in pain.
Hang on. Hang on, let me just... Right, I'm not sure if I caught that.
Sorry, would you like me to repeat the last
Yeah, if you don't mind, yes.
So about an hour after the visitation of the ghostly Joseph Caslin, there's another big shake. A shake so hard, Oscar, that it dislodges one of Tyler's many hemorrhoids.
Right, I did hear that correctly.
Carry on. You did, yeah. He looks up in pain to see a strange string bean-like man with a whiff of piss about him. It's the ghostly figure of Reese Bruce. Ooh. Wow. I'm the ghost of Christmas past, he says. He goes, "Oh no, what have you come to show me? Any of me past wrongdoings? Like that time that I...
Hang on, wait, before you say... Where is Tyler?
Tyler's... It doesn't matter where Tyler is.
Okay, so...
He's in his study.
Okay, he's in his study.
He goes, "Oh no, what are you going to show me? Like, some of me past mistakes, like that time that I kicked a toddler over the last Mars bar in Astor." He says... So, Reese goes, "Wow, just a little reminder." Shows him a flashback to being handed the Stanley knife.
Oh, right. Jesus, okay.
And Tyler goes, "Oh, no, like, no, don't remind me about that, like." Reese, "Wow, you're not going to do it, you funny. Wow." Tyler goes, "I'm not a funny." Ghost Reese disappears. And that was the ghost of Christmas past. He's gone. Suddenly, the room begins to shake again. Ooh, something's happening.
Jeez, he didn't really go much on a journey, did he, on his past? He just got...
No, he didn't. He just got shown a flashback. Just to remind the viewers of what happened last time.
He got a previously on the intermission.
He did, basically, yeah. This time, the shake is so hard that it finally causes Tyler's second bollock to descend. A sudden whiff of piss lingers in the air again. It's Reese.
Again?
Wow, I'm the ghost of Christmas present as well, in a different costume.
I was expecting someone else, if I'm being honest. Let's continue, though.
He goes, "Oh no, well, what can you show me in the present? Like, there's nothing really going on." Reese goes, "Wow, there's plenty of things going on.
I've just been confused to watching her. What's up?" Like...
"Wow, there's been lots of things going on. Do you think the Team Robbie meetings just stopped when you left?" So, Tyler is transported into a fly-on-the-wall situation at a Team Robbie meeting.
I like to think he legit got turned into a literal fly that's on the wall.
Yeah.
But a fly with a mini Tyler head.
Yeah, let's say that he has.
Okay,
it's a fly with a little mini Tyler head and a massive nose. So,
his nose isn't that big.
It really isn't. I'm sorry. He says, so, the Team Robbie meeting is now being hosted by Lewis.
Oh, shit.
And it's in complete and utter disarray.
Lewis hosted a team meetings in disarray?
Yeah, people with underwear on their heads, fires, etc. Still happening in Tyler's mum's summer house, but
oh right, okay.
But it's all gone to shit. And Sam goes, "Oh, where the fuck has Tyler gone? This whole thing's gone to shit. I ain't had a beer in about 4 weeks." Then he passes out again. And and Lewis goes, "Duh, I don't really know whether I should speak out of 10, like, but I do think that Tyler has kind of fucked us into the dirt. I actually think that he's a massive cunt." And they all say in unison, "Tyler is a massive cunt." The Ghost of Christmas Present goes, "Wow, I think we've seen enough here." Flats off. Leaving Tyler alone.
So the Tyler present is just all a Teen Robbie going, "Isn't Tyler a cunt?" And then that's the. So hang on. So the Ghost of Tyler past is previously on the intermission, and then the Tyler present is Tyler is a cunt, and then that's.
And then he's left alone again in his study, sobbing. He's in tears.
Imagine Tyler at a desk, just
absolutely beside himself.
He's got a poster of fucking, I don't know, who's his idol? Who's like the person he models his life after?
I don't know why, but my initial thought was Julia Roberts.
He's got Julia Roberts from fucking, think of a Julia Roberts film, Robbie. Wait,
Pretty Woman.
He's got Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman just on his wall.
Oh, everyone hates me. Like, why can't I be like you, Julia?
Oh,
Sobbing.
Roberts, not your girlfriend.
No, not my girlfriend. He would be so fucking lucky.
Why can't I be like Julia? Like, I can maybe have Robbie's affection.
Suddenly, the hour hand strikes again, and it's time for the third and final ghost. The room starts vibrating. Oh, it's all shaking as the ghost comes in. This time, the vibration is so delicate that it just slightly unzips Tyler's fly. Before the ghost gets there, he quickly zips it up as to avoid a kiss. The ghost appears, and again, there's a small whiff of piss in the air. It's Reese Bruce.
Right. I'm
all three ghosts, he says.
Right, I was expecting one of them might have been Angus, but we didn't get that.
I do want them to incorporate Angus at some point, but
I mean, he's Team Oscar. He's Team Oscar, so yeah.
Exactly. And the spies haven't spotted him on location as of yet. You
yes.
have to remember, all of this is factual.
No, yeah, this is all Teen Robbie report. Yes, yeah.
He goes, "I've come to show you your future." Right? And he goes, "Shit, all right. Let me show you. Let me see me future like. Maybe it'll be better than being called a cunt by all me mates." I'm crying. Oh God! Why do I take time out of my day to write these every week? What am I doing?
What do you mean? It's a report you've been given, Robbie.
Sorry. Why do I take time out of my week to transcribe these from my spies every week? And he's shown something he never ever hoped to see.
Why do I imagine when this is happening? Tyler's being framed, but not in full frame, so he's always got too much headspace.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just
yeah, definitely. He's shown something that he never ever hoped to see. A sudden vision of the future. He's holding the Stanley knife in his right hand,
right.
and it's plunged into the abdomen of an incredibly handsome podcaster.
How can he kill me? How can he?
Fuck you.
How can he do it to me? How can he do it to me?
It's Robbie Tweedale. He stabbed Robbie.
Oh, okay, right.
And he goes, "Oh no, I could never stab Robbie, like, he's me livelihood." And suddenly, Tyler awakes. It was all a dream, and he's still living.
He used to read at Word Up magazines.
He did, and he's still living on the streets.
Oh shit!
In his Redcar Cricket Club sleeping bag. Still living off the snacks from the party bag 3 weeks ago, and he looks down, and the Stanley knife's still in his hand,
Shit.
What will 2023 hold, he thinks.
Oh my God.
Leave you on a cliffhanger.
So we're exactly where we ended last time, but we just had a bit of a Christmas special detour.
Yeah, he had a little. It was a classic Doctor Who style. This could be an episode that furthers a story, but instead we're just gonna do a Christmassy little thing. What do you want? Anyway, Letterboxd reviews time, innit?
Oh shit! I
time.
didn't have it open. Thank you for the Tyler update.
You fucking. Do you want me to do them?
No, I'll do it. Don't worry about it.
Freddie Flintoff's been rushed to the hospital after a Top Gear crash.
Jesus.
Oh, I forgot to do my news.
Oh, yeah. Do that while I load up Letterboxd. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so here's the news, everyone. It's not very Christmassy, so I do apologise.
But it's real.
There's been a breakthrough today in nuclear fusion.
The fuck?
So, nuclear fusion being the thing that happens in the sun that produces a lot of energy. And they've been trying to harness it for years to kind of, create renewable energy. And today, they did the first experiment, the first test, not the first test that they've done of it, but the first test of it to go successfully, where the energy that they were putting in, basically the way they do it is they have little fuel cells with a little thing in it, and they heat it up with lasers until it turns into a tiny little condensed version of the sun, basically. And for the first time today, they got more energy out than they put in. So, first step towards actual renewable energy.
Oh,
here's the thing with this, which is why I wanted to bring it up on the podcast. Nuclear fusion as a renewable energy source is the evil villain plan of Dr. Otto Octavius in the film Spider-Man 2. which he makes by doing he makes a little sun, doesn't he? And he says, the power of the sun in the palm of my hand. And he literally refers to nuclear fusion. And here's the fucking mental part, because I was reading this article going, this is Spider-Man 2. And then where is it? Hang on, give me a goddamn second.
And then another scientist came on when I have a Halloween machine that makes me throw pumpkins.
Yeah, yeah. We actually found this black goo a few weeks ago. No one really knows what to do with it.
Cut to Tyler getting the symbiote on him.
Yeah. Right, hang on. Let me find the article that I actually read, because it's intense, man. Where the fuck is it? This could be it. What is nuclear fusion? Right, okay.
Oh no, what is it?
Let me tell you. I'm trying to find a very precise part of it, because there's a very precise bit where I was like, excuse me. So fucking where is it? You can cut this bit out because it's very boring.
There's gonna be so many times I'm gonna have to cut something out.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
many times. Jesus Christ. This might be the most edited Intermission episode.
So, where are you fucker?
Are we still cutting this out, are we?
Yeah, you can still cut this out. I'm just finding the bit that I want to refer to.
Isn't it mad that Tyler basically has Gary energy, but somehow Tyler fucks?
Yeah, I don't really get it, to be honest.
Like he has a better jawline than Gary, and that's it, and a better haircut. But let's be real, they're basically the same human.
I found it. Dr. Ruby says 192 high-powered lasers were used, converging on a target about the size of a peppercorn. They heat a capsule of the elements deuterium and, here's the fucking mental part, tritium. Right? Tritium is the exact fucking element that Dr. Octopus uses in Spider-Man 2. And it's the whole
Robbie.
thing. You know when Harry Osborn is like, hey man, go kidnap Mary Jane, and he's like, well, I want my precious tritium. They used it in real life. I thought that was a made-up element for the movie. What is going on? But anyway, they heat a capsule of the elements to over 3 million degrees centigrade or whatever. which took 2 megajoules of energy to heat up, but they got 3 megajoules of energy out. So good on them. Renewable energy would be nice. I just thought it was mental because it's literally the plot of Spider-Man 2, and it's real now. So I'm one step closer.
To what?
I don't know. Living the dream.
You're one step closer to what, Robbie?
I don't fucking know.
You're
Bitten
not
by a spider?
No, you won't.
Maybe.
You will be.
Maybe I'll.
No, you'll be Ned.
No, don't say that. That's so sad. Leo's Ned.
No, of the two of you, you are Peter and he's Ned.
Oh yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm not saying out of the two of you, Leo's Peter Parker. Imagine that man swinging from fucking building to building.
Do you know how much shit I've had happen to me in my life? It's very Peter Parker-esque.
No, I know. I'm aware.
You know.
Who am I in superhero law? If I were anyone, I feel like you're more qualified to answer this than me because you know more about this topic.
I'm unbelievably qualified to answer this. First of all, Spider-Verse looks good. Just gonna say.
Still haven't seen the trailer yet.
Wanted to get that out of the way. I also just want to say, if there's one concern I have about it, it looks like Oscar Isaac's character, Spider-Man 2099, is the antagonist. Don't know how I feel about.
Okay.
Do not know how I feel about that at all. Spider-Man 2099 is not a bad dude. That's weird, but fine, whatever. I would say you are. You're probably a Bruce Banner, I reckon.
All right.
You've got some Bruce Banner energy about you. Very zen.
Okay.
Very zen, very calm, collected guy into his spirituality and that. Smart dude. Cool stuff. Yeah, you're pretty Bruce Banner.
I'll take it. I'm just replying to Tyler because I sent his photo to him about he's telling another Tyler tale. To which then he went, nice. Cool, but also I don't know what a Tyler tale is. I went, my guy, it's literally a story of you. It's telling a Tyler story. It happens
every week.
And I went, his spot on impression of you is also there. So
yeah. And it is spot
on. Spot on impression of you is also present.
Yeah.
Let me get. There
you
go.
It's good every time.
I went, better be a good one though. I don't know what a Tyler tale is though. Sums him up. He says, "Yeah, I hope it's good, but also I don't know what you just told me." That's
a fucking idiot. That guy.
We have done so much slander to him. A lot of it, you lot could not be privy to.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
a lot of it has been cut out.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, that was your real life news. Should we move on to the Letterboxd section?
Yeah, Letterboxd.
Robbie May. I'm looking at my Zoom. I've been recording for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we need to wrap this up.
This is unnecessarily long because the discussion of the film was nowhere near this length.
No, absolutely not.
Jesus,
you know what's mental?
Christ.
During this recording of this podcast, I've gone from sober to drunk to sober again.
I'm feeling that's bad. I'm starting to feel tipsy. Yeah. That's where I'm at, Robbie.
Yeah, I think you could probably pinpoint in the episode when it goes out the arc of Robbie is sober, he's tipsy, now he's drunk, now he's tipsy again, now he's sober again.
I wish we were in person, Robbie, because I would have legit just suggested, should we go out after this?
Yeah, absolutely. Should we go around to Tyler's house and annoying?
Oh, I would have loved that. If you were here, if we just broke in the Oakroyd.
Oh, man.
Oi!
Hello, Tyler McCulloch.
Because if I do it by myself, I look like a psychopath.
Yeah, but if we both do it, it's funny.
Yeah, if it's but if it's just me, they're gonna be like, why are you here?
Why have you done this?
I'm like, it's funny, isn't it? I'm like, no, it isn't. Leave, please, go away.
No,
please go.
It's just you. You could have just messaged. That's come round.
It's also a Tuesday. Also a Tuesday. Anyway, let's move on to the negative Letterboxd reviews, Robbie. If you're unfamiliar with this segment, first of all, God
Go
bless
fuck
you.
yourself.
First of all, God bless you if this is your first episode. Jesus Christ.
Good luck coming back, man.
Yeah, hope you come back for the new year.
Yeah.
What happened to your Marvel video?
Don't mention
Okay.
the Marvel video.
Okay. If you're familiar with this,
No, I'll tell you exactly what happened with the Marvel video. I started editing it. I hated the sound of my own voice. I realized it was going to be about an hour and 20 minutes long.
He's frozen.
Which wasn't going to help with the connection's gone. Bastard. Hello?
You're back.
What did you last hear?
I'll tell you about the Marvel video.
Okay. I started editing it. I hated the sound of my own voice. I realized it was going to be over an hour long, which didn't help with the hating the sound of my own voice. But I thought I'll power through because I imagine my enthusiasm for wanting to talk about Marvel will be reinstated by the combo of Wakanda Forever and the holiday special. And then
both those things came out. And then both those things came out. And
then both those things came out. And in short, the holiday special's fine. And Wakanda Forever is one of the most boring movies I've seen in fucking recent years. It's so long for no reason.
I wouldn't go boring. It's not one of the most boring films.
It's so fucking boring. It's so boring. When I go see... I understand. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I understand why they took their time with it and everything.
Cut this quick. Cut this quick.
Yeah, cut it if you think it's offensive. But
no, it's not offensive. It's more time. I'm just saying cut it quick so we get the intermission.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we get the Letterboxd.
If I go and see a 3-hour-long Black Panther movie, I don't want to only see the Black Panther for the last 20 minutes. What the fuck are we doing?
But you knew that was going to happen.
I thought it would be the midpoint of the movie.
Absolutely not.
Oh, it's so long. And there's no point in Riri Williams being in it. And she's just Iron Man again, but not as good.
Yeah.
And I just... It's a character that's never worked in the comics. And they thought, when we're adapting that, we have a chance to make that better and elevate the source material. But they were like, actually, what we'll do is just directly adapt the source material, and she'll continue to be boring, just like she's always been. Okay, it's just really obvious that role was meant to be Shuri in the original version. Shuri was the one that made the vibranium detector in the original script, obviously. It sucks. I'm sorry, it's a bad movie. Apologies. Continue, Letterboxd.
So this segment is where we go to the social media site Letterboxd, where we go to the film that we once upon a time talked about at the start of the episode. Once upon a time, we talked about a film. Do you remember it? It was called A Christmas Story. Bob Clark knows exactly how to do Christmas on film. Fucking love Black Christmas, the 1974. Go fuck yourself, 2019. I'll see you in a bit, 2006.
I'll see you in hell, 2019.
I'll see you in hell. Cue pretty much it cheering because David Harbour said hell.
Yeah, very good.
And we go to the negative reviews, the lowest reviews of the film that we talked about, because it's a laugh, innit? Are we going to get any Hall of Famers?
I don't think so, but we'll see.
Do you think?
I hope so.
I can't imagine that anything would be interesting in terms of the actual criticism of it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it would be a lot of, it just was a bit, like, overrated. I think that's just the majority. Okay, here we go. Half a star. Half a star. Couldn't stay awake. So terrible. This might be the worst movie I've ever seen. I'm angry at myself for watching it again, but I guess I forgot how much I hated it because my first review was extremely generous. Most of all, I wanted to kick that whiny little brother's teeth in. How long do we have to watch him eat those potatoes? I get it. Messy equals comedy. Were leg lamps a thing at one point? I think leg lamps were a thing at a point. Not in my time.
Surely not.
Not in my time when we only had candles to light our fucking locations.
Everything's been a thing in your time, isn't it? When you've lived for a century.
When you've lived, well, you know, at least one of us can say we have fashion taste.
Big Tudor collars.
I mean, look at what you're wearing. You can hardly say.
I'm wearing an elf dress.
This is a man who.
This
is a man who went on a fucking pub crawl in costume elf shoes, thinking they would be fit. They're thinking they would be suitable shoes for weather that had just freshly rained. So the man had to stop off at a British Heart Foundation and buy second-hand Adidas.
Yeah, and what did I do? I gave to charity. So why don't you feel like a piece of shit?
I'm not insulting the charity. I'm insulting your fucking mindset of it.
Well, guess what? I knew those shoes weren't going to work. I just wanted to give to charity.
Well, guess what? Why did you even do that? No, you didn't, because that's not your mindset, Robbie. If you were going to give to charity, you would have given to charity. Second review. Let's go. I have a feeling are these reviews literally going to read them, then we're going to argue, then we're going to read a review, then we're going to argue.
Possibly.
Let's see
what comes up.
Half a star. First time watching this movie in 12 years, and I still absolutely despise it. My only takeaway watching this as a 20-something male is to make sure that I always wrap it up and never have kids. Jesus, well.
Wow.
So he watched this film and went, oh yeah, condoms.
Yeah, and went, fuck these kids, by the way.
3 hours.
I don't want children.
3 hours and 3 hours, 39 minutes and 30 seconds on the Zoom.
My God.
Half a star. I still stand by the belief that this movie is awful. Just an hour and 33 minutes of appallingly unfunny jokes about Asian people and child abuse. Disgusting. Right, you honed in on one joke with the Asian person, which we've all said did age well, but it's
not great.
But it's one joke. And child abuse.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't know.
She puts him in a cupboard.
No, he walks in a cupboard.
Well,
he just
then.
stays in a cupboard. She gets him to suck on soap. But
yeah.
it's not like it's not like she beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Settle down. Half a star. I can't stop thinking about the lamp.
Me too, man. What the fuck's up with that lamp?
I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Stupid.
Here we go. Half a star. There's nothing like a boring movie to make you appreciate PAL's speed up. The problem with A Christmas Story is it tries to tell a tale only a child could find interesting, but has the entire thing narrated very dryly by a middle-aged version of that child, as though reminiscing about his favorite Christmas. The stakes in this story could not be lower. Ralphie wants a BB gun for Christmas. That's it. Where the film is appropriately entering... Hang on. Were the film to appropriately enter the sense of childhood wonder and naivety that can render such a... Oh, this is wanky. I can't be fucking arsed.
What a piece of shit.
Can't be fucking arsed.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'm nearly finished a bottle of wine. I can't be bothered to,
exactly.
to hear Robbie and the naivety of the child. Shut up.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. Give me something funny.
Exactly.
Where's the crackers? And I mean Christmas crackers. Don't make it a...
Where's Tyler's Christmas Tale?
And what is that?
Would you like me to
Shut
read it
up,
again?
Tyler. No, we're
Shut
fine.
up, Tyler, you stupid bitch.
Oh, it better be a good one. Also, I don't know what that means. Fucking weirdo.
You're a fucking idiot.
Should I just message him and go, can you take me to a Mackey's?
Yeah.
Just no context. Can you take me to Mackey's, Tyler?
I'm messaging him now. I've put, get us some chicken selects.
What? Literally,
no context. Haven't been speaking to him before this for about 3 days.
I mean, the message he replied to me was him and Kate in his car, so they could be on their way to Mackey's.
It could be. If so, good. Get us some chicken selects.
Stop! Stop off by my house, and I'll just take the meal and go, and just shut the door again. I don't bother. Okay,
Exactly.
Half a star. I'm 22, and this is my first time watching. And this is my first time watching A Christmas Story. You're 21, first of all, Robbie. I feel feel gross and cranky and like I need to get up and shake this movie out my system. I had to pause around the piggy scene and think hard about if I wanted to finish this movie. I ended up having an okay...
Sorry. Tyler's response was, what? How the fuck did you know that? And he sent me he sent me a photo of a McFlurry that he's eating.
Fucking... How predictable is that, man? Hang on, I'm going to respond to him.
I'm just sending him that. Just me real excited.
I'm going to respond to him saying, you're so predictable. Hang on.
The most predictable man.
Hang on, so, you're the most predictable person I know.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. As if that... Yeah, let's just skip that review. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck that guy. We'll do one more and then wrap it up.
Yeah. Oh, I need to answer Tyler. Hang on a minute. He went like... Hang on, what was it? He replied saying...
He just told me that I was a hot elf.
Slay, what's the story? And he said, what's the film? Hang on. Oh, what's he... Oh, he said it's Kate's fault. She wanted ice cream.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
Doesn't excuse the state of you.
Your predictability.
Just
doesn't excuse your predictability.
Doesn't excuse your predictability. This is I you know what? Good call just calling this short, Robbie.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because I'm
right. I also need to go to sleep.
I'll skim through the reviews. Half a star, makes me want to shoot my eye out. Devoid of any drama. Blah blah blah. Half a star. Didn't finish. Watched Polar Express instead. You fucking
you fucking sadist. What the fuck?
Was that Tyler?
Probably. It's kind of shit you would say. Oh God.
Half a star. America be like, let's make a film about a boy being obsessed with having a gun as a present, but let's make it Christmassy.
It's all good stuff.
Oh, and Tyler also told me he also just got into a car crash. Jesus Christ.
What?
But he also
Excuse me?
But he also sent me that as he's in Oakroyd. So it's not like... So he's...
Jesus Christ. I mean, I know he's fine. I bet he didn't. I bet what he's saying is he turned into a fucking bollard when he was going out of McDonald's car park. That's probably what happened.
Half a star, fuck you. Half... And then
is that what it says?
That's what it says. Half a star, fuck you. And then,
fantastic.
And then the last review was half a star. Got 40 minutes in and shut it off. Beyond bored. Weird fucking Xmas movie. Didn't finish. Watch Polar Express instead. Is that Hall of Fame or is that just funny?
It's the best one of the day.
Not Hall of Fame.
I don't think it's Hall of Fame.
I think everything surrounding us have overtaken the fact of this maybe being anything being a Hall of Fame. In all honesty,
so do I.
Jesus Christ, what a derailed show this is.
It's a laugh though, isn't it?
Get Tyler on the horn.
Oh my God, 3 hours and 46 minutes.
Get Tyler on the horn, Robbie.
Get him on the blower. Hang on.
He won't be able to hear me. I just realised that.
Oh, no, he won't. T-Dog?
Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
I'm all right, you?
It's not what I asked.
Ask him what his favourite Christmas film is.
What happened with the fucking car?
Oh, well, we were going down one of the little roads and the road was just full of ice and my car just went, nah, and just slid to the other side of the road.
I did that the other day. That sound.
Yeah.
As long as you're all right.
No, yeah. I'm terrified. I'm scarred below.
She's shaking like a what? Shaking like a shitting dog.
As long as Tyler's all right.
Yeah, as long as ask him what his favourite Christmas film is. Ask him what his favourite Christmas film is, and I bet it's Polar Express.
Tyler, we've rung you because we need to ask you one specific question on the podcast, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favourite Christmas film, mate?
like actually.
That's not your favourite.
That's not. I don't know. Probably like Home Alone.
Okay, that's a fair enough one.
What was it? I didn't hear it.
He said Home Alone. I thought you were gonna say some bullshit like Polar Express.
No, that's like a close runner up though.
Oh, Tyler,
You're a fucking scumbag.
Driver that I love actually.
Ah, nice. All right, yeah, I'll let you off. I'm back on board. I've done a lovely story about you today.
Have you?
Yeah, you're gonna love it, mate.
Nice.
It involves your hemorrhoids getting a bit of love.
Nice.
Your hemorrhoids get a bit of a mention. One of your bollocks gets a mention as well.
Nice.
What was the other one? Oh, your fly comes down at one point. Oh yeah, you're gonna love it, man. It's great.
Can imagine.
Yeah. Well, happy listening, fella. Goodbye. See you soon. Bye.
And with that being said, we got
Merry
one
Christmas,
more thing.
everyone.
We got one more thing.
Oh shit! All right, yeah, go on.
If he has something to say, Lewis, what's your message this Christmas special?
Ding dong, Robbie had one job. The feedback won't stop ringing. Ding dong, Oscar had one job. The podcast is too long. Put your headphones on, 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 put your headphones on. Doctor Who is trash.
Oh, Robbie, mate. Robbie, man. Right. Okay. I trust Lewis to give me something juicy. But
Right.
Robbie. Gutted.
Well,
Gutted.
what a lovely
gutted
recording it's been.
Gutted we could do this in person, I will say that.
Yeah.
It would have been a completely different type of episode, is all I'm saying, because we wouldn't have had wine.
Yes.
I feel like
Definitely.
that was legitimately the point of no return with this episode.
It really was. Things went off the fucking rails as soon as we touched it.
Right, if you liked Christmas Story, if we both liked Christmas Story, I don't think we would have went as off the rails. But you didn't like it, I love it, and we're like, right,
Yeah.
we're getting into this type of conversation, and then we start talking about anything else. But hey-oh, hey-oh. Here we are. Here we are. I'll probably end up editing this episode because Jesus Christ, there's so much I need to edit out.
Yeah, edit this down. Dear God, edit
It's
it
not even
down.
edited down, man. What do I need? Hang on a minute. Right, so I need to edit. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to need to edit this bit out then, if that's the case. I can't even remember all the points that I edited that I need to edit out. So I'm going to have to just skim through the episode, Robbie. And it's so long. It's so long. I
Jesus.
don't have the time, but I'm going to have to
You've
fit
got
it
this,
in.
man.
It's fine. It's fine.
Godspeed.
And it's all Tyler based. Jesus Christ. Lewis, remind me probably. God bless this man. He's going to have to be editing this on the Thursday and then send it to me on that night.
Oh, God.
So, Lewis, if you listen to most of this episode, and you hear me go, God, I need to cut this bit out, send me a time code, please.
Yeah.
Please. If not, I guess I'll figure it out. Or if not,
Yeah.
Tyler's secrets will be revealed.
Yeah, Tyler's secret little fucking scumbag past will be revealed on there.
Oh, God, I hope not. But anyway, what I want to say is, I feel a bit bad that third year in a row, usually we end the year, I have a little sentimental thing to say.
Aww.
I don't have really a sentimental thing to say, and I'm not in the mindset to say it. All I will say is though, let's just continue having fun. This has been this is January 2022. I will say this now. 2022 has been genuinely one of my favorite years in a very long time.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Same, man.
you know, in terms of reflecting back, for me, my end, got to make Little Bethany. We made Little Bethany. We sat in the Ark, Robbie, and we watched all of our films there. What was a really cool special moment for me was sitting there watching A Story of Love and Interplanetary Warfare with you and seeing just everyone laugh along with it all. Truly a lovely moment for me. Loved it, and that night was class. Wish we would have just went straight to Hartlepool, not hung around in Stockton because, God damn it. But anyway, but then also in addition to that, Tees Valley International Film Festival, we won Best Horror Film, and had a good ass night as well. Within the whole time, that was a good time. Oh, I got something interesting to tell you about that. About that night, which is funny, and definitely cannot be said on air. But there's that. On your end, you're working for ITV this year.
Hell yeah, man! I made my movie. Finished uni with a first class honors.
Yeah,
and now I work on a known and recognizable TV show on ITV, and my first bit of work is going out on telly on Christmas Day.
Sick.
So I've had a pretty bang up year, to be fair. It's been all right.
Graduation was great. I loved that day.
Oh yeah.
When the 2 days last week of when we filmed for Level 5s, man, I missed doing stuff like that, man.
Yeah, God, that
was
funny.
a fun time. It was wild, but it was a good time. A lot of great. I was overwhelmed by how good the actors in that year were. I will say that, and more so, I wasn't saying I thought they were going to be shit, but I'm quite. It was really cool to see that. Like, wow. Solid,
genuinely, like,
solid,
strong.
Yeah, good shit. And you know what? I honestly hope. I don't know. 2023 is going to be a very interesting year because this is the first full year that we're both out of education for a long time at least. And obviously, you, Mr. Robbie Tweedale, have got some sort of stability currently right now.
Yeah, I have full-time employment until September.
Currently part-time at the minute. With the most recent job at the minute, so anyway, I still haven't got a shift notice about that, but anyway, interesting. It's going to be an interesting year. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to what it brings for Intermission. What a year for Intermission 2022 has been, Robbie.
It's been a banger.
What a damn good year. The next time you'll all see us will be for our top 10 favorite films of 2022.
Yeah, man.
And for the rest of the year, for the rest of this year, and in January, I'm going to catch up, and then we'll probably end up recording it late January or so. I don't know.
I reckon, yeah.
We'll discuss it, Robbie. Don't worry about it.
I can't fucking wait, man.
We'll find out. Well, by discussing it, it will be like the second week of January, and then I'll go, so when are we going to do this?
Yeah, very much, yeah.
And then it would be another ridiculously long episode. They're usually in 2 parts anyway, so this is fine.
Yeah, they're usually long.
Is this the longest episode we've ever done, Robbie? How?
Yes.
And so
I have no idea how.
So, but to sign it off, I'm gonna say to everyone, have a good Christmas, have a great end of year. We'll see you for 2023. Robbie is frozen again, and to which I'll say, thank you all for watching and listening. Oh, God. Were you talking over me through all of that?
No, I didn't say a word, but I didn't hear any of it. I imagine it was nice.
I heard hello, and then, so...
Did you not hear me say, oh, bollocks?
No. So, what I will say, right, I'll just repeat again. It's going to be a lot of this, because this episode had a lot of us freezing, so excuse that. It's just, hey, it's what doing a podcast over Skype brings us.
Yeah.
And with horrendous internet. But what I will say is, been a banging year for Intermission. Thank you all for watching and listening. We'll see you for a hopefully more banging 2023 for Intermission. Probably most likely in this format again, unless if I move to Leeds, which is not in my plans at any point soon, because Robbie is definitely not coming back up here anytime soon.
Nah.
Not for a stay, at least. You're not.
No, exactly.
You'll pop up. But
It's Leeds for me.
Yeah.
For the foreseeable.
It might be Newcastle for me, but I'll see.
We shall see.
We'll see that. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching and listening. Links, as always, in the description for all of our stuff. You can Instagram, Letterboxd. Oh, yeah, links in the description still for the London Liftoff Festival. So you can watch Love Bethany. Give us a vote. Give us a vote, because if it does really well, you can go to Pinewood. That would be fun.
Oh yeah, man.
They film James Bond there sometimes. And
Sometimes they do.
And till next time, guys. Till 2023. Sign us off, Robbie.
Ta-ra!